Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now.
I got it right eventually. It's Monday for us all, really. The Giants did not blow a double-digit lead to the Titans. They played the Lions. We are going to talk about some of our favorite stories and some of the biggest stories from Week 12, unrelated to the Seahawks. The Giants and Lions will be one of them, coming up at 10:30 before we get to it. We obviously have to talk about the Seahawks win over the Titans. And here's the thing, Bump. I was talking a big game. I said the Seahawks are going to win by 20, and we wanted two things: win with style points and don't turn the ball over. 1 for 2 is kind of where they're at right now. I would not say they won with style points, though. Credit to JSN for setting a new franchise record. And let me check my watch. Week 12, 6 games to play.
You're not wearing a watch.
Okay, you know what?
I'm just saying.
It's a metaphor.
Let's not lie to the people.
I wouldn't.
Let's
I'm
start the
checking
Monday
my
off
watch.
right.
Fine. Okay, I messed up and I lied. Let me start over. A win is a win, even when it isn't a blowout. Your thoughts leaving this one over the Titans?
This is why I didn't want to buy into the blowout.
Well,
I said it was a possibility, but I also said this is the NFL and things are going to happen. And also, if you just take away that punt return, then the score looks a bit different. I think it was the punt return and just the way the game ended with the Titans moving the football on this offense, which left people like, oh, man, we're supposed to blow out the Titans. This is the NFL. Cam Ward played good, too, man. I know his numbers aren't crazy, but he was elusive. He bought some time. He made some plays. DK made some plays. And I also said that these teams are sometimes the most dangerous team because they have absolutely nothing to lose. They're going to go out there and ball. But you got the W. My thoughts leaving this game was that I was happy for JSN. My man keeps making plays. K9 looked like he was getting into a groove. Sam Darnold, a couple throws that I felt like he would want back, but for the most part took care of the ball. The defense did sack Sam 4 times, I believe. Cam 4 times. Didn't create any turnovers on defense, but also didn't turn the football over. Mm-hmm. Solid win. You want the style points. You want like the BCS days where you had to beat teams by 60 in college football, so the computers did its computing thing and made you top 10 or whatnot. But no, this is a good win. You're 8-3, and you took care of business the night where the Eagles fell to the Cowboys, so that helps. You're hoping the Bucs put up a fight against the Rams. Rams look good. Solid win. Still some things to work on. The quote that I loved after the game was Devin Witherspoon. He said, yeah, we didn't play our best game, but I'd rather learn from a win than learn from a loss. And I said, 100%, young man, you were absolutely right. That was deep.
It's like Jalen Hurts. People make fun of Jalen Hurts for saying stuff that sounds like it's like a prophecy. Uh-huh. But this time it actually is like, okay, that's bars.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty solid. I really like that one.
Pretty good.
253, Ward does look like he's the real deal. Real deal, I don't know, but there were a couple throws he made. There was one specifically over the middle, a deeper shot early in the game when I was like, you know what? I don't even know that I'm putting that entirely on the Seahawks defense. I think that was a great throw.
Yeah, sometimes players make plays.
Yeah.
It's like DK with his 90-yard, I believe, punt return or was kick return. Return for a touchdown. Cam Ward looked good at times. The offensive line for the Titans played better than I expected them to play. These still are professional players, man. And the Titans put up a couple good fights against other teams. So, I wanted the blowout. I thought it was possible, but I was also skeptical because you got to respect the opponents.
Yep. This is what Mike Macdonald had to say about the win.
Good win. It's tough coming east. 10 a.m. game for our guys. You got to give the Titans a lot of credit. They played extremely hard. Their quarterback played really well. He's a really hard guy to get on the ground and extended plays and did a great job, especially on some of those 3rd and 4th downs. Our guys were playing really hard there at the end, and I thought we showed a lot of maturity. Working through all the things and how the game went. You would have liked for us to be able to close the game out earlier, but they're fighting hard and they played hard and they returned the kick for a touchdown, and our guys showed a lot of resilience. Just keep playing.
They could have closed the game out earlier. They went up by 20 points twice. 2 times, 23-3, and then they were up 30-10. Mm-hmm. Like at 2 different instances, it was kind of the game that we all expected it to be. They were 13.5-point favorites on the road, which is awesome. And again, I am not surprised at all that they beat the Titans. I don't know that I'm shocked that it was a 1-score game. Nor am I entirely disappointed. I think what I looked at was, all right, look, you take away you can't bet all 24 points, which is the most the Titans have scored on the defense. As you said, there was a special teams kickoff return touchdown in there. So take that one off, and then they scored a touchdown in the final seconds, like the final minute of the game. Okay, so maybe this should have been a 20-point win. You're also playing without a few guys on defense. That's where I want to go next, Bump, is just what they were able to do without a few important defensive starters and defensive backups, at one point losing Ty Okada in the game, who was already in for Julian Love.
Yeah, they this is what they've done all year, though, man. This is their identity, their DNA. No matter who's in there, we're going to go out there and ball. And Patrick O'Connell played himself a decent game. I believe he had a sack, a big hit up the middle, did bite on one of Cam Ward's pump fakes to start the game, but it's all good. You live and you learn. You didn't really have too many explosive plays down the field when it comes to the Titans. The defensive line was intact. It's really the second level and the third levels. I thought it was solid. It was solid. It's not a game where you walked away and you're extremely impressed with what you saw. It wasn't like, other than JSN, but it wasn't like the defense just stopped this team from doing absolutely anything. They still threw for 256 yards and a touchdown. The run game wasn't as great, only 64 yards on the ground, 37 of those coming from Cam Ward. But it was just solid. It was what these guys, especially when you're missing guys, when both Tyrese Knight and Ernest Jones are out. You mentioned Ty Okada going out for a bit. Derek Hall got his first sack this year. I heard you talking about that earlier, which is crazy. You thought he would have more by now. It was just solid. It was a good game. And when you're on the road, I think people don't really factor that in as much as they should. Because like Coach said, it's a 10 a.m. start for these guys here. Your body's a bit different. You're tired. You're not in your own bed. I know people don't want to hear these excuses. This is just the reality of playing on the road. And you're playing against a team that has absolutely nothing to lose. There's no pressure on this squad. And sometimes those are the more dangerous teams. So overall, the back ends did their thing. Offense was good enough. And you beat a bad Titans team that played better than what their record says.
I think seeing a guy like Patrick O'Connell have a great day is awesome. Ultimately, I would have liked to see just a little bit more from Sam Darnold in the offense, barring Jackson Smith and Jigba, to help out a defense that was hurt. I'm looking specifically at the red zone and at interceptions that Sam could have had. I'm going to start by saying Sam did not throw an interception. So I don't want to act like he had interceptions and talk about what could have been just because there were a couple turnover-worthy plays. He did not have a turnover. That's important. That's good. There are turnover-worthy plays in a lot of games that don't end up getting picked off. But I think it was kind of it was a day when the offense, it looked like they were really getting going, and you thought, oh, okay, they've settled in great. And then there's one drive in particular where they put up about 20 yards of offense between 3 different plays, with the longest being, I think, like an 11-yard pass to JSN. And then they just kept moving backwards. At one point going from, I think, 2nd and 2, or 1st and 2, or 1st and 3, all the way back to where they're kicking a field goal. So I think the issue I have coming out of this one, weirdness in the red zone, and then way too many penalties, including 4 false starts.
Yeah, 11 penalties.
That's too many.
11. That's not conducive to some good football. And going back to Sam Darnold and his turnover-worthy throws, the one to AJ, initially I saw that, and I'm like, oh, what is he doing? Rolling to his left side, throwing back to his right slightly. What's going on? That ball hit AJ right in the hands and hit himself in the face mask and popped up. And Sam Darnold makes those type of throws more often than not. And will it get him in trouble sometimes? Yeah. But it also allows JSN to go off and allows other receivers to go off. He makes the tight window throws all the time. And when they're completed and there's a big gain, we're just praising him for that, right? But when it's tight like that, I understand why people would be nervous. But when I went back and looked at it, I wasn't really mad at the throw. Was it a tight window throw? Yeah, but it was right on the hands and the face mask of A.J. Barner. There was another one that was deep to where I felt like he didn't step through. He got hit right before he threw and couldn't step through, so the DB probably should have picked that one off. But if I'm Macdonald, if I am Kubiak, I don't want my quarterback to hesitate to try to make those throws because he's shown that he can do it. The majority of his throws are in tight windows, especially when you're going across the field like that. So you have to deal with some of this stuff. But for the most part, he takes care of the football. I know he has 10 interceptions. I give him like 6 maybe. But for the most part, he takes care of the football. And it was just a solid day yesterday. 2 interceptions, no turnovers, something that we asked to see. Haven't seen that since Jacksonville.
I want to bring in the feeling of the game. Did anyone think at any point they were going to lose to the Titans? I did not.
No.
I know this is technically a 1-score game. I had someone text in saying, go ahead and admit that you were wrong on Friday. Because my bold take was that they were going to win by 20, which they didn't, obviously. Okay, so I was wrong about a bold take. I had full confidence that they would win, and they did. And that's not unique. Like that, predicting a win itself wasn't bold. They were the single biggest favorite in Week 12, barring the Ravens, who were also a 13.5-point favorite, but they were playing at home. They were the biggest favorite in Week 12. Saying they're going to win isn't bold. At no point did this feel like the Titans were going to take it from them.
Nah.
The Titans hung around. The Titans were a pest. At no point in this game did I think the Seahawks were not going to win.
No.
They didn't. This wasn't one where it's like it came down to the wire. You're having lead changes. Like, that's not what was happening. I think that maybe, and again, thank you to this listener for texting in and bringing up this opinion. I appreciate it. I bring it up to say that this is one where the final score is more indicative of, like, the offense could have been better, and there was a special team score in there that got away from you. That's it. That's what this game is to me. It was otherwise kind of boring. JSN made history, otherwise kind of boring. Forgettable. It was a filler episode, if you will.
What does 30-17 sound like? Sounds good.
Yeah.
It's a return for a touchdown.
That's what that was.
It was a return for a touchdown.
Yeah.
And here's the one of the things that is concerning with me sometimes, or to me, is that there's a culture sometimes surrounding either the Mariners or the Seahawks to where if they're not damn near perfect, people don't accept the win, right? It's a win. It is a win. Everything on paper says that the Seahawks were a 2-score better team than the Titans, and they were. Like you just mentioned, at no point did you think that they were going to lose this ball game. Now, and also you and I went back and forth, and I was joking around like, hey man, but this is still the NFL. Look at the dang Giants almost beat the Lions yesterday. Like, this is the NFL. So I just encourage people to, like, look, was it a perfect win? Nah, it was not perfect. There was a couple throws I got away from Sam.
Sure.
The defense was depleted. Cam made some plays. These dudes are 8-3. All right. Have they beaten the big dogs yet? No. But they're hanging around. They got a game on Philly yesterday. The Rams look freaking dominant. We'll see y'all in a little bit. Like, it's okay to get by. You know, I'm sure some of y'all don't have your best day at work, but you got by.
Yeah.
You clocked in, you clocked out, you made it home.
Look how I opened the show. I said that the Giants lost to the Titans.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay for them not to look like Super Bowl champions every week, especially when it's not required against the Titans. It's okay to be concerned, too, and say, well, you can't play like this against the big dogs. Yes. All can be true, people. It's okay. All can be true. But these guys went back east. They're coming back home. They're 8-3. They're 4th in the NFC right now. You're fighting for the division. Things are good. Things are good over here.
Are we trying to find reasons the Seahawks won't win a Super Bowl? Because this is the closest they felt to being able to do that in years.
I think so. I think it's being scared. It's like when,
and I'm including myself.
Yeah, it's like when you're trying to be vulnerable. Like when you're falling in love with somebody. Like, man, I might love this person.
That's romantic.
I might love this person. I'm scared to show them all of me though, because I might get hurt. I get that, but in that moment, we still went and had a good dinner. The steak was a little, but the dinner was still good, and we still had a good time.
Yeah.
So just enjoy it, and it's fine to critique. You know, let's be vulnerable with each other. It's okay to critique, though. I get it. I
just dig the story. I dig the story of the Seahawks this season, and it's making me question a lot of things about when I start believing in a team, what keeps me from believing in a team. This doesn't look necessarily entirely like the version. I mean, both good defenses, but this doesn't look like the version exactly of the Seahawks that won a Super Bowl in 2013. And by the way, that was also kind of a statistical anomaly. The point differential they had, I think, was plus 180, which would be by far and away the most.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just, you're not going to see that defense again, and that's perfectly fine. No other team has had that defense since, and you've had a Super Bowl winner every year.
Right.
So it's okay. You can win a Super Bowl without that defense. You're not going to be able to replicate it. It's pretty historic and awesome and really cool that we saw it. But maybe we got so fixated on well, that's the recipe. That's what you have to do. Or also in romanticizing that season and forgetting the very, very close wins that they had. Forgetting very nearly losing to the Buccaneers, right?
Yeah.
Forgetting very nearly losing to the Texans. Forgetting or kind of ignoring a loss to the Colts. in week 5 or so. Like you forgetting an end of season loss to the Cardinals because by then you'd locked up the division. It didn't matter. Like it's like this perfect season in our memories, and it's like, oh, until the Seahawks feel perfect, I don't want to believe they can win. But that team wasn't perfect, and you can also win without being as good as that team was.
I think with this team, get a playoff win, and maybe some of the people who are scared to be vulnerable and fall in love with this team will finally do so.
It's a Reaction Monday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Let's get to headline rewrites.
Extra, extra, read all about it.
Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
Raiders have fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly following yesterday's loss to the Browns. What's the real headline?
They are just chipping away at the Raiders coaching staff.
Pete's next.
Okay, so
Pete's next.
when I saw this, I thought Pete immediately. I thought the same thing. I was like, Pete's gonna get fired at the
Pete's
end
like,
of the year.
I got to do something. Chip, I'm sorry. You got 15 points per game, last in the NFL. 11 points per game the last 3. 48% in the red zone, 28. 16 first downs per game, that's 30th. Third down conversion ain't great. Pete had to do something because he's going to be next, man. And it's so jacked up. You never want to see Pete go out like this. You don't want this to happen to him, but it's inevitable. I thought maybe this team could look good enough to where he can get another year, but it ain't looking good, man. And sometimes it's just time to go. You know, maybe Pete goes back to the college ranks or something, go to a small D1 AA and build that team up, but it ain't looking good in Vegas.
Is Pete failing in Vegas because of Pete or because the organization is just a problem
You
right
know
now?
what I'm going to say. It's all the above. It's everybody. No one is walking away from that thing unscathed. It's Pete. Maybe his message isn't getting across. He's bringing back too many of the homies. The organization is always in disarray with the Raiders. The fan base is kind of iffy in Las Vegas. There's so many things working against Pete. And when you're the head coach, you get the heat.
You know what I sometimes wonder? I love Pete Carroll, and I'll always root for him. But what I wonder is, so Pete is incredibly loyal to his assistants, to his coaches. And that is totally fine when those assistants are great, and a problem when those assistants aren't making the team better. And when I look back at when Pete started here, not only did you inherit a very bad team, so there was naturally going to be more patience. Like when Pete came here, you didn't know that you didn't have an answer at quarterback. You know what I mean? You understood it would take a little while.
Yeah.
In theory, the Raiders should understand that it'll take a while, but Pete at his best, like Dan Quinn, like you had guys here that ended up becoming really good coordinators or coaches or developers of talent elsewhere, and those were the guys that you came up with. Like who your assistants are matter, and I don't know if maybe clearly with Chip Kelly out, and Chip Kelly's a smart guy. Like it's just
He knows
it
what he's
wasn't a
doing.
fit. It wasn't a fit.
Here's what I want. I want to see what Andy Reid's coaching staff looks like.
Oh yeah.
How much turnover has happened over there. I know he's bringing in new guys because he's found a way just to stay relevant for the last, 15, 20 years.
Headline rewrites.
Shedeur Sanders got a win over the Raiders in his first ever start for the Browns Sunday. He became the 42nd quarterback to start a game for Cleveland since 1999. What's the real headline?
That means the Browns have had almost as many quarterbacks since 1999 as the U.S. has had presidents since 1789.
That's crazy.
That's a fun fact.
Y'all might as well let me play quarterback, man.
Honestly,
I can throw that thing.
let Bumpy 43, I say.
Let's do that. Good for Shedeur. I watched him. I watched all of his throws. He can play in this league. There's no doubt about that. But when you have the name that he has, the personality that he has, people are going to root for you to fail. And he knows that. And I feel like he embraces that. I would like for him to be a bit more modest during his pre and post interviews, but then that wouldn't be him. I don't want him to be anything that he's not, because him being who he is has got him this far, so far. But maybe as you get older and you mature as a man, you change a bit. I mean, the way that I talk now, the way that I act now was not the way I was acting when I was in my young 20s. So maybe it changes, but maybe not. Maybe that's his superpower. It's just him not giving a you-know-what and being cocky and doing his thing. I just hope now that he continues to have some success And he should be the starter for the rest of the season,
And
honestly.
maybe we only dislike that or find it annoying when it's a kid whose parent is rich and famous and who's in their 20s, because Jameis Winston also has a very outgoing personality
His is
that's really
different, though.
silly, but his is funny. Like,
Yeah.
his is incredibly endearing and like makes it seem like a good locker room person.
Yeah.
But like, I would argue that his isn't traditionally professional, but it's like, it's funny and it works, and it's perfectly fine for the Giants, who aren't in it to win games right now.
Shedeur got like the Willie Beeman quarterback personality. You know what I mean? From any given Sunday.
First of all, then where's the music video? You know what I mean?
saying,
You need to
it's
drop
on its
that.
way. It's on its
It better
way.
be on its way.
It's on its way.
And Willie Beeman was balling.
He
Like,
was
if we're
balling.
going to be so for real about Willie Beeman, now he did get in trouble with some of those players.
We talk about Willie
Lost
like
his
he is
girl.
a real person.
What do you mean? Willie Beeman was a real person. He was a great dual threat. He just had to figure it out and stop throwing up on the field.
Well, here's what it is, too. If Shedeur balls out, you can be whoever you want to be.
Oh.
You can act however you want to act as long as you're not getting in trouble in the streets or whatnot. Yeah, you keep balling, you do you. But you know how this game is.
Yes.
Football will humble the heck out of you, especially at the quarterback spot.
I do want to say one thing about the Shedeur Sanders thing. I think that he's more talented than people give him credit for. I do
Facts.
agree with him that people want to see him fail. I think that's a real thing. I also think sometimes things are warped when it comes to him in a way that's really weird. For instance, a lot of people are having a massive issue with Kevin Stefanski not committing to Shedeur Sanders as the starter. Do I think you should roll with Shedeur Sanders and just say, like, hey, competition's competition, we're going to see who wins? Yes. But I wonder if what he's doing is like, well, I named this guy the starter. He got injured. I can't bench him due to injury because then I'm in some sticky territory there. So now I have to have an open competition. But I wish he would have just said that. I wish he would have been like, look, Dylan's also put in a lot of hard work. I don't want to make it to where he's injured and then loses his job quietly. That puts me in trouble with the players union. What I'm asking is, I guess what I'm making is a statement about like people making that bigger than it is, I think, but also asking, well, do you disagree with Kevin Stefanski? Would you roll with Shedeur Sanders next week?
I'm rolling with Shedeur.
Just gotta win.
I'm rolling with him.
Headline rewrites.
Time out. Great question, though. They said, is Shedeur more talented than Willie Beeman, though? Willie Beeman was more mobile.
Yeah,
way
he's
more mobile.
Yeah.
Like, what was the final play? Comanche,
Is that
right?
the name of the play?
The final play. You aren't running that with Shedeur.
Nah. Willie could get busy.
Yeah.
The Kraken fell to the New York Islanders 1-0 yesterday in a shootout. What's the real headline?
Did the Kraken even play a game if it didn't go into overtime? I don't think it counts
For
if
real.
it didn't go into
That's
overtime.
what they do. It's in their DNA. They said, look, we're going to give the fans more than what they bargained for every time we are out there. You texted this weekend, and you made me go back and look at some stuff. You're like, are the Kraken legit?
Oh, yeah, that was on, God, what was it? Friday?
Friday,
night?
yeah. So I went
Saturday
back.
night?
I'm like,
Saturday night.
they might be more better. They might be more
Listen.
better than we thought.
It's really interesting. We're going to, Kate Shefty covers the Kraken for the Seattle Times. We're going to see if we can get her on to ask her about kind of what's happening here, because I did not expect this, and I want to know why. What's happening, Kate? We'll figure it out maybe next week when we get back from Thanksgiving break. The Seahawks win over the Titans was certainly expected, but a few other stories to come out of the NFL in Week 12 were not. That's next.
MLB Network insider John Morosi with Wyman and Bob.
Mariners strike first in free agency with the big signing.
I think it was emblematic of where the Mariners are, and I think that is a tribute to how much Josh loved it in Seattle. And again, when you create the right environment and when you win, you don't have to try as hard or spend as much in free agency.
See the full conversation on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The best place to watch all your favorite sports. Featuring wall-to-wall viewing screens, 6 windows, and 30 kiosks. Be there at emeraldqueen.com. Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Join the stations of Bonneville, Seattle, and Treehouse for the 37th year of Holiday Magic, helping provide holiday gifts and year-long support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the 37 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476.
At 5 Bible Law Group, our team reflects the same lessons learned by our founder, James Bible, while playing for legendary Husky coach Don James. Coach James always said it's amazing what gets done when nobody claims credit. That's the philosophy we carry into every case, because your victory is what matters at Bible Law Group. When your legal problems hit biblical levels and you feel like you're stuck in a lion's den of litigation, you need a legal team that won't back down. At Bible Law, we've secured over $40 million in settlements for our clients, and we're ready to fight for you. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with 0 investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at LegacyG.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at LegacyG.com.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Touchdown! Seahawks! Ken Walker III!
Get everything Seahawks at seattlesports.com.
Have you tried the dining district at the Bellevue Collection? Grab lunch with friends, meet up for happy hour, and stay for dinner and beyond. You can sample international flavors and local favorites from talented chefs. Try a new cocktail on a rooftop bar or watch the game with friends. And explore the lively nightlife scene. The Dining District at the Bellevue Collection, where your taste adventure begins. Learn more at BellevueCollection.com/dining district.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the 3rd annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafee from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
It's comedian Tom Segura at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center with an encore performance Saturday night, November 29th.
I want to be that type of old. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. Like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. Someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snapped. Sit down.
Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Tom Segura's Come Together Tour, November 29th at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
21 and older. Need gambling help? Call 800-547-6600.
888-616-6133 or visit emeraldqueen.com.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bump and Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Join us throughout the day on Wednesday for our Mariners Thanksgiving special. We're dedicating 1 hour of each show to celebrating the 2025 AL West champions and previewing the 2026 season. Interviews with Jerry DiPoto, Justin Hollander, and Dan Wilson, as well as broadcasters and executives. If you miss anything, find the interviews on our YouTube page. It's the Seattle Sports YouTube page, or via the Seattle Sports app, or on seattlesports.com, where you can find links to any of those. Bump, the Seahawks over the Titans was, unfortunately, and I mean no offense, one of the more boring games in this weekend of football. However, there were some really, really fun ones. I was at one point like the perfect red zone panel between two tied games. Mm-hmm. Jags tied it up with the Cardinals, I think at that point 24-all, and then 21-all Dallas Eagles. And I was like, this is how football was meant to be watched.
It is.
This is blessed. Okay, what did you love about the NFL?
It was a great weekend. It was fun. And while I'm doing the post-game show, there are people, texting in, just this is unacceptable. They got to blow this team out. You guys are wrong. I'm like, yeah, it's NFL, man. Sometimes it be like that. I mentioned the Giants. The Jameis Winston Giants almost took down the Lions. Had to go into overtime. You had Jahmyr Gibbs, who had a stupid game, man. 15 carries, 219, two touchdowns, receptions as well. Jameis Winston at 366 yards. I mean, that was fun. I was checking the score and looking at the highlights, obviously, because I'm working at the same time. And to see the Giants be one of the scarier 2-10 teams, or the more fun to watch 2-10 teams, that was awesome. I loved watching or keeping up with that game. And then the underdogs, the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, the underdogs.
No one
took
thought
down
they could do it.
The Colts. No one thought, man.
No one believed in them.
They just don't have the talent over there. They just don't know what to do with that.
They're plucky.
But they take down the Colts, and the Colts, I've been low-key a Colts hater. Like, I'm happy for them.
No, I think you've been high-key a Colts hater.
I mean, I'm happy
saying
for
it to
them,
their face. You're not.
And I am happy. I always want to see.
But you don't believe in them.
Yeah, there's the belief ain't there. I think eventually the glass slippers are going to fall off for Daniel Jones. He's going to turn back into a pumpkin, and all will be back in the AFC. So the Chiefs taking them down, another overtime game, right? Pat Mahomes getting it done. I thought that was fun to watch. Rasheed Rice, 8 for 141. Pat Mahomes threw for 352. I think this is going to be the start. And we talked about this last week. We're like, all right, this is the stretch of games to where we find out about the Colts. Can they finish? Because obviously lost to the Chiefs. Now you have the Texans, who are coming off a big win against the MVP Buffalo Bills, and then they got the Jaguars and the Seahawks. So we'll see what happens with the Colts.
I loved everything about Week 12. I mean, I never love injuries, but I loved everything else about Week 12. I mean, take it back to Thursday Night Football with the Bills being upset by the Texans. Mm-hmm. Davis Mills, a.k.a. Will Anderson Jr., really getting it done. But Davis Mills getting it done for the Texans until they can get C.J. Stroud back, upsetting the Bills, which then throws the number 1 seed push into question, which throws any chance at taking down the Patriots for the AFC East into question. Mm-hmm. So it started with a bang. I think Cowboys-Eagles was probably my single favorite finish. Yeah. Just because of the turnovers there and the special teamer, was it Elijah Clark? Is that who it is? Oh,
blasted, got back up.
Yes, yeah. Unbelievable. If you haven't seen
there.
the clip, which all of you should have if you weren't already watching the game, it's been making the rounds. Like every NFL player and coach is also sharing it, going like, this is what it looks like when you're just like pushing through. And unfortunately, they didn't end up getting a touchdown, if I'm remembering correctly.
They got stopped?
Yeah, they got stopped. I think they got stopped, and then it was on the the subsequent drive where they were able to score. But, man, Cowboys, what are you taking from that game in particular? Let's pause on that one because it is relevant for the NFC conversation. It makes Thanksgiving really fun because now this game matters. Games matter for the Chiefs in different ways than we thought it would in Week 1, right? You'd assume that you're in Week 13 or you're around Thanksgiving. You're like, Chiefs of the division, it doesn't matter. Nope, Chiefs are playing for their playoff lives. Their odds are only at 50% after that win over the Colts. It would have dropped to around 20. And then the Cowboys now with a lot to play for too.
Cowboys, they got the Chiefs, Lions, Vikings, Chargers, Commanders, and Giants. I don't think they'll beat the Lions. The Chiefs is a toss-up, I feel like. All those other games, if their offense can perform like they've shown at times, they could go on a run. I was talking crap to ESPN and everybody over there because they're like crowning them after they beat the Raiders. I'm like, everybody beats the Raiders. Okay, let's see what they look like against a solid opponent, and that was the Eagles, and they're resilient, man. They jumped out 21-0, and were able to get a score before half, then outscored them 17-0 in the second half. It's about that defense, and you're starting to see Quentin Williams come alive, and all those other guys as well. I'm still not bought in that the Cowboys are gonna make this run and go and make the playoffs, but you got to take it 1 week at a time. And so far, they're 2-0 the last 2 weeks, and that's the most important. If they can get this win against the Chiefs, then maybe I start believing a little bit.
Your Bears.
The Bears, baby.
Have the same record as the Eagles.
The Bears. You beat up on the Steelers, the Mason Rudolph Steelers.
Thank you.
Mason Rudolph Steelers, okay? But you can only play who's in front of you.
But drop 31 on the Steelers on a defense that's the highest paid defense in football.
31 of them things. Caleb Williams got, 3 touchdowns, 19 of 35 for 3 touchdowns.
He sure did. No interceptions.
He looked good. But now it gets serious for these guys. You got the Eagles now. And I know the Cowboys just beat the Eagles, but the Eagles have shown their defense is solid most of the time. Offensively, they're up and down. This is a challenge. This is the cousin coming from out of town and trying to play against the cousin he ain't seen in a while, which is the Eagles. So we'll see.
I'm very, very curious about that one. Bears pretty evenly matched with the Steelers in terms of they were 3 for 3 in the red zone. Both teams 3 for 3 in the red zone. Both teams 100% on goal to go. Both teams over 50%, 57 and 54 on third down. Like this was as close as like a box score could get. Let's see, what else did I absolutely want to get to? Giants, I mean, Jameis Winston, that touchdown was really fun, but obviously the Giants are just kind of hoping they get the number 1 overall pick. They had the combination of a fun game and also a loss.
Giants are just out there having fun.
They're just out there.
They're out there having fun. Hey, let's go compete. You know, I've coached teams where we have no chance of winning. I'd be like, hey, have some fun.
Yeah.
Hey, we're playing football,
Everyone
boys.
has fun.
Come on, let's get it.
It's a game. Let's see, is there a game that I'm missing? Green Bay dominated Minnesota, so for that reason we didn't focus a lot on it. It's not like it was a close game, but you know what I think a lot of people are wondering right now? Is JJ McCarthy, does he have it?
Give him some time, man.
Okay, can I pose a question? There were fears that the issue with JJ McCarthy was, can he succeed outside of a great system around him? Because that was the knock at Michigan. You got a great defense. You got all these things. So then when he was plopped onto Minnesota, people thought, perfect. Perfect fit. You're not throwing J.J. McCarthy, a quarterback with some question marks outside of a system, onto a bad team like the Titans. He gets to go to a team that won 14 games last year. Uh-oh. That's what I think people are worried about with J.J. McCarthy.
Yeah, he's turning the ball over at a high clip. 3 games in a row with 2 interceptions. Hasn't got a game that he's played in without an interception. 4 games with 2 interceptions, 2 games with 1. Yeah, it's you got questions over there, but he's so young, man. Give us some time.
We did have breaking news from Adam Schefter 4 minutes ago. Non-Seahawks news, but can I hit you with this one? It's relevant because we were just talking about it. Dylan Gabriel cleared concussion protocol. Shedeur Sanders was named the starter Sunday against the 49ers.
Good job. That would have been suspect. Just as suspect as him kicking the ball on the 29-yard line during that game. The bettors were furious with that one. But, yeah, good for him. And also, big statement. Y'all ain't going to like this. Y'all ain't going to like this. Rams the best team in football. Rams are the best team in football.
But, I mean, Baker, he didn't even stay in the game. He got sprained his AC joint.
In football. And guess what? They beat you by 2 and you threw 4 interceptions. The Rams are the best team in football.
You know what? You're right. All of a sudden, I'm on board with it. You're right. You did. They're the best team in football right now, but you threw 4 interceptions and you nearly beat them. And for that reason, I can co-sign on that take. You know what? I'm so glad you said that, Bump, because here's what we're going to do. Following a hectic week, including a lot of upsets and a lot of overtime games, we're going to re-examine the top 5 teams in the NFC and top 5 teams in the AFC next.
Get inside the huddle.
The handoff inside. Charbonnet. He's going to go. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Taking you inside the VMAC every week. Thursdays, noon to 2.
Our guys show up to play.
Player interviews.
It's obviously been paying off. Just going to continue to do that.
Previewing this week's matchup.
We'll say they come out and just run the ball down the Niners' throats.
And everything Seahawks.
If anybody had a doubt, don't.
The Huddle. Every Thursday at noon. Exclusively on the home of the Seahawks. Seattle Sports.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Do you need glasses or contacts and you're now at the age where you also need readers? K2 Vision RLE is the permanent solution to eliminate the need for all those. Hey, it's Doctors King and Kopstein from K2 Vision. Andy, for those nearing age 50 or so, refractive lens exchange can be a great alternative to LASIK.
That's right, Joe. K2 Vision RLE is a terrific permanent solution for a lifetime of great vision. The older we get, we experience the dysfunction of our natural lens, which affects both distance vision and requires the use of reading glasses. Plus, after K2 Vision RLE, you will never develop a cataract.
And like LASIK, K2 Vision RLE is quick and painless. The question is, which procedure is right for you?
After replacing more than 100,000 failing lenses, we have the experience to tell you if it's your right time for RLE.
Schedule your free Zoom consultation with us about K2 Vision RLE to get your eyes seeing young again, permanently.
Go to k2visionrle.com, k2visionrle.com.
Free consultations, no fee guarantees, 5-star reviews. JP Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains the importance of going beyond these familiar offerings.
Accident victims want an attorney, Tom, that satisfies their needs. Someone who handles those needs with the highest degree of care. Pendergast Law offers the no-fee guarantees and free consultations, but these only scratch the surface.
Okay, explain more.
We make sure that every member of our team is genuinely passionate about helping others. Customer service and communication are our top priority. It's how we take care of our clients so they always feel one step ahead of the insurance companies. Our strong reputation for high standards provides comfort and confidence when it's needed most.
Pendergast Law offers the free consultations, the no-fee guarantees, and of course, they are 5-star rated. But what really makes them different is their genuine passion for helping others. I can't recommend them enough.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
That's pendergastlaw.com.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
Want more Seahawks content? Join me, G. Scott, on The Reset. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday on YouTube or on the Seattle Sports app.
Ryan Rowland-Smith here. For more than 35 years, the NBA Health Insurance Trust has been helping local builders, contractors, and their employees save money and gain peace of mind. They offer customized group health plans from the state's leading insurance providers. Small and mid-sized businesses deserve big healthcare access. The NBA Health Trust brings you the coverage you want at a price you can trust. Find out more at mbahealthtrust.com. That's mbahealthtrust.com.
New siding doesn't have to break the bank. We offer affordable options that add value and protection to your home. This is Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. And while we're at it, ask about our roofing, windows, decking, and gutter services for even more savings. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com today to schedule your free siding inspection. State Roofing and Exteriors, held to a higher standard since 1968.
State Roofing, the best roof you'll ever need.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. That's cars with a K to donate your car today.
1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. K-A-R-S, Cars for Kids. 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's your last chance to donate for 2025. Last chance! Donate now for a 2025 tax deduction.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Re-examining the top 5 teams in the NFC and AFC after this weekend. You can send your 5 in 866-979-3776. My favorite challenge from this is where to put the Bears, who suddenly find themselves at 8-3, leading the NFC North. Dare I put the 7-3-1 Packers ahead of them? Bump, who are your top 5 teams in the NFC? Let's start there after this weekend.
The Bears are the Colts of the NFC.
Yes.
They're my Bears, though, okay?
And then the Colts are where I'm like, no, you don't get it.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow, that's exactly who they are. They're the Colts of the AFC. Only, okay.
You got something else?
I think that the one difference I'll say is at quarterback, where you're like, can Daniel Jones be this way? Whereas Caleb is like, that's your guy.
Yeah.
He was your first overall pick.
Mhm.
Like
What, Danny Dimes was a top 10 pick, wasn't he?
I think he was 6.
Yeah. All right. So, yeah, Caleb is just
Yeah.
a quarterback's quarterback at this point. All right, top 5. I'm going to start at number 5.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go opposite order.
Okay, let's see if you have your Bears in there.
All right, at number 5. You got to go Bears at 5. 8-3. And now, I think it's going to change quickly. It's going to change quickly. They got some tough games coming up. It's going to change. But I got the Bears at number 5. At number 4, I'm going to put the Lions there. I'm still going to put the Lions there. All right, they're 7-4. They're 8th overall when we look at the conference. But I'm putting not my Lions, my dad's Lions at number 4.
Oh, this is already fascinating.
Okay? At number 3. Got to go Philly. I'm still going with Philly. I know they lost to the Dallas Cowboys, but their defense is on point. They have enough to win some ball games. It was just a bad showing for them. They're 8-3.
You don't have the Packers at all.
8-3. No, I don't have the Packers in there. Number 2, I got the Seattle Seahawks. Number 1, I got the Rams.
Same.
You got the Packers in your 5 then, huh?
We have the same 1 and 2. I'm going to leave that alone. And I have, like you, no problem putting the Seahawks at 2. The Rams have the tiebreaker right now. So in terms of the head-to-head matchup, the Rams, outdid it. If you wanted to go more specific stats, like the Rams' point differentials better than Seattle's, but I like Seattle's defense overall better than the Rams. When healthy, Seattle's defense against the Titans was not healthy. Okay, we have the same 3 as well. I have the Eagles at 3.
All right.
Okay.
You was looking at me crazy.
Well, because I know that you love Jordan Love.
Yeah.
And I know that you were very intrigued, as was I, about the Green Bay Packers. In fact, and this isn't to shame either of us, but in week 1, all of the NFL was going, wow, is this a preview of like an NFC championship game? Are we going to end up in it? Of course we will see the Packers there, right? And I think what's happening with the Packers is losing Tucker Kraft is hard for an offense that already is like maybe a little too conservative and not super explosive. And that's really a shame because Jordan Love is clearly very talented, but they've not been getting their first-round wide receiver. Was Matthew Golden a first-rounder?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've not been getting their first-round wide receiver involved. Again, losing Tucker Kraft is tough. Their defense is really good. Like, the defense has been perfectly fine. The reason I ended up, so I went back and forth, and I was thinking, does it make me a hypocrite to have the Packers in over the Bears when the Bears are 8-3 and the Packers are 7-3-1? Point differential. Packers plus 61. Guess the Bears.
Plus 22.
-3.
Oh.
-3 when leading the league in takeaways.
Just win. Find ways to win.
I think there's a little bit of luck.
It's going to switch.
I think there's a little bit of luck
It's going to change here pretty soon. Just it's a week-by-week kind of thing.
Which team would you rather face if you're the Seahawks, the Bears or the Packers?
Oh, the Bears all day.
Same.
The Bears.
So I had to have the Bears outside of it, and I went Lions, Packers.
You put the Lions, and guess who plays this week?
Lions and Packers? Well. If it isn't my 4 and 5 teams battling it out.
Battling it out. What does that mean? You just got lucky. Oh, look at me. Look at me like, what does that even mean?
I won is how it means. Let's go to AFC. Who do you have?
This one is weird. AFC is weird,
It's
man.
fun. I think you mean fun.
This is.
I'm going to go to texters, too.
I don't like this. I don't like this.
Okay.
All right. Number 5, I'm going to start with the Baltimore Ravens at 5. I think now Lamar hasn't been playing his best football, but they're on a run right now. They're
I think that's
first in
fair.
their division. You feel like they have enough pedigree for them to be fine. All right. Number 4, I got to put those dang Colts. Got to put the Colts at number 4. They're 8-3. Yes, it is lost to the Chiefs. But it is what it is.
How dare you?
Gotta respect it. They're at number 4.
Okay.
That's where it gets hard.
I know.
All right. Number 3, I'm putting the Broncos. Broncos at 3.
Okay.
Actually, no. I got a different 3.
Take your time.
This is going to hurt.
I've got listeners when you're ready.
I'm putting the Chiefs at 3.
Okay.
Because it's Pat Mahomes.
Look.
It's Andy Reid. You just took down the Colts. You know they're going to hang around. No one is saying, give me the Chiefs right now. I'll take them round 1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll take them in the wild card. No, nobody want that smoke. All right, so yeah, they're at 3. Broncos 2. Pats 1. Nasty over there in the AFC.
Chiefs.
At 5?
5. Chiefs 5. Yeah. Ravens 4. Here's my thing with the Ravens. I know that the Ravens defense was also banged up when Lamar Jackson was out, but it was still I don't think that a banged up defense counts for as many points as how an absent quarterback can harm you.
Mm-hmm.
The Ravens defense was bad to start the year. I don't think this Ravens defense is quite the same without Mike Macdonald. So I'm going to put them at 4.
All right.
Colts 3, Broncos 2, Patriots 1. Mine's boring. Oh, what do I do with the Bills?
What do you
oh
do
my
with the
God.
Bills?
No, you
ain't
know
in
what?
there.
No, you know what?
You switching it up?
Well, the Bills defense is so bad. This is challenging my belief about the Colts, but I can't do it. I think Jonathan Taylor's just exceptional this year, and
You just don't want to go back on your.
No, I don't.
your take.
No. I'll tell you
That's
what
all
I'm
that
doing.
is.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm knocking the Chiefs out,
Knocking the Chiefs out.
and I'm putting the Bills there, and I'm
Really?
switching, and I'm putting the Bills above the Ravens. Ravens 5, Bills 4, and right now, Colts, Broncos, Pats 3-2-1.
No Chiefs.
Nope.
I think people say give me the Bills and the Ravens before they say give me the Chiefs.
Nope.
Yeah.
Let me
you already
read you,
know.
I want to read you a couple listeners because I asked them to text it in, so I want to be fair to make sure I actually respect people's time. Okay. Christian, the 206, 5-1. Bills, Texans at 4.
Wow.
Colts, Broncos, Pats. I feel like 1, 2, certainly Pats and Broncos are the same for most people, and then 3 is where it starts to get a little tricky.
Yeah.
Someone 206 wants you to know the Colts are frauds. They agree with you.
I believe you. But right now they're 8-3.
Yeah. Oh, 360. Let me know. No JJ McCarthy on Sunday. Thank you, 360.
JJ's out. It don't affect my top 5, brother.
Someone else confirming it's pretty clear to me the Rams are the best team in the league.
Oh yeah.
And we're the only team that can compete with them, which is pretty solid.
Yeah. Facts.
Yeah. I think everyone has the same 1 and 2 in either conference. Rams, Seahawks, NFC, and then Pats, Broncos, AFC right now.
Right.
So.
The fall off of the Bucks has been crazy. I know Mike Evans getting banged up. I understand all that.
You're
but
right.
The fall off has been crazy
Yes.
with the Bucks.
I mean, we were talking about Baker Mayfield as an MVP candidate following that game. It wasn't just following that game to Seattle, but they had been great. And then I don't know what happened. It's been very weird. Maybe a little bit of regression. They were winning like last second games over and over.
Yeah, and they've had after the Hawks, they played the Niners, beat the Niners. The Lions lost to them.
Tough.
Saints got them. Patriots were playing some good football.
Tough.
Bills, that's when they put up Josh Allen put up 100 touchdowns, and then the Rams. So their schedule hasn't been the easiest either.
Going over the plays of the game next.
MLB Network insider John Morosi with Wyman and Bob.
Mariners strike first in free agency with the big signing.
I think it was emblematic of where the Mariners are, and I think that is a tribute to how much Josh loved it in Seattle. And again, When you create the right environment and when you win, you don't have to try as hard or spend as much in free agency.
See the full conversation on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Cunahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions and bring you a special Black Friday offer.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
That's leaffilter.com/deal. And now, as a special Black Friday offer, you can get a free gutter inspection, plus up to 35% off. This is our best offer of the season. Unlock it now at leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
I know a lot of you guys are listening from your phones right now, so it's the perfect time to give a shout out to my friends over at AT&T. The other guys will make claims saying this and that about how great their network is, and I'm just here to set the record straight that AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. I don't know about you guys, but it just gives me so much peace of mind when I'm going to do the things I love, and I know my wireless networks got me. Like if I'm going to a concert or a basketball game or even something outdoorsy, knowing I'm going to have fast service and can share what I'm up to is a game changer. You want to know you can post what you want to post, call who you want to call, and with AT&T, it literally doesn't matter where you're going. I promise you, they're already there. Don't just take it from me. Actual tests prove AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. When you compare, there is no comparison. Based on RootMetrics' United States Root Score Report, 1H 2025 tested with best commercially available smartphones on 3 national mobile networks across all available network types. Your experiences may vary. RootMetrics rankings are not an endorsement of AT&T.
If you've been waiting to try learning a new language with Babbel, now is the time. Black Friday has come early this year. Babbel's biggest sale is happening now. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription at our best price of the year, which means a small investment for all your big adventures. Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember. Plus, Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And with a lifetime access to all of Babbel's languages, lessons, podcasts, and cultural insights, just imagine what you can do, or rather, where you could go. So if you've been putting off booking that pastry pilgrimage to France for fear of mispronouncing croissant, take advantage of Babbel's biggest sale of the season. Where will Babbel take you? Find out at Babbel.com. But hurry, this offer ends November 30th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less for a limited time at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Black Friday weekend is here. Once a year, you get the lowest prices on the top-rated brands of TV. Samsung, LG, and Sony TVs at stupid prices. You don't have to buy a no-name doorbuster TV with poor picture when you can get a good one for a few dollars more. Where's the best place to shop for these top brands? At Video Only, the only place where you can get better than Black Friday deals on Samsung, LG, and Sony. Better than clubs, better than online. Before you buy, check out the deals at Video Only, because if you don't, you'll be sorry.
Tune in this Sunday when your Seattle Seahawks take on Minnesota. Kickoff at 1:05 p.m. Muckleshoot Casino Resort. proud sponsor of the Seattle Seahawks and the biggest and best in the Pacific Northwest.
You never get a second chance to make a first impression. Superior Linen Service will help your company with logoed apparel, uniforms, floor mats, linen, and more. Give us a call. We answer the phone. Superior Linen Service. It's what we do. Visit suplinen.com.
Let's go!
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Seahawks receiver Jackson Smith-Njigba is a nominee for this week's FedEx Air and Ground Player of the Week. This after he finished with 167 yards and 2 touchdowns in a Week 12 win over the Titans. Breaking earlier this hour from ESPN's Adam Schefter, while Dylan Gabriel, Browns rookie quarterback, has clear concussion protocol, Cleveland has named Shedeur Sanders as their starter in Week 13 against the 49ers.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now.
All right. We have a lot to cover. I know that I mentioned that this game wasn't necessarily one of the best from Week 12, but there's also a lot that we can learn about Seattle and a little bit about Tennessee and Cam Ward from this one. So let's dive into our plays of the game. Week 12 edition, this being the Seahawks win over the Tennessee Titans. And we are going to start with a defensive highlight here. So this one is going to be Cam Ward getting the first Cam Ward sack, excuse me.
In motion is DK across the formation. Ward fakes a pitch. Now he's going to look. He scrambles to the right, being chased by Chenna Nwosu. Gets hit and knocked out of bounds by O'Connell. As Ward just had nowhere to go. He looked front side, he looked backside, and here comes the field goal team. The Seahawks defense stops Tennessee when they absolutely had to.
Yeah, this is Cam Ward trying to make something happen inside the 10-yard line, rolling to his right side, buying time, and it was a rally. It was really Chenna Nwosu who forces him outside, and then O'Connell comes in and cleans it up. Nice to see the backups get some love.
Were you surprised how, I don't want to say efficiently, Tennessee was moving down the field, because they would have runs that went nowhere, and I thought, well, that makes sense against such a good run defense with the worst rushing offense, but then they were attacking through the air pretty efficiently on that first drive.
Nah, I was surprised. I didn't think they would come out and move the rock like that. I think the first drive was like 13 plays or something like that. Yeah. No, I was surprised for sure.
Thankfully, hold them to a 22-yard field goal. So right now, Tennessee takes a 3-0 lead. Moving on to Seattle's first possession. We're going to end up going to 3rd and 9, 4:31. Sam Darnold finds A.J. Barner for 13 yards.
3rd down and 9 now for the Seahawks at the Tennessee 48. Darnold from the shotgun. Has Charbonnet with him in the backfield. Here comes the blitz. Darnold steps up. Has time, dumps it off. Got a man far side. Ball is caught. Powering ahead is Barner. He fights his way inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Pops up, points first down. He was left wide open in the far side flat, and Darnold found him for a first down, a gain of 14.
Now, the reason I liked and included this one is that the Seahawks are pushing themselves backwards. At 3rd and 5, a very manageable 3rd and 5. You have the first of 4 false starts, this one on Charles Cross, so now you're at 3rd and 9, and then you get your way out of it. But what do you see on the actual play itself?
Well, you got 3 receivers going deep. You got Rashid and Cooper Kupp to the right side. They're running past the sticks. It's 3rd down, right? So you don't want to run any routes that don't at least get you a first down. They end up hooking it up around 13 or 14 yards. You got JSN down at the bottom. You catch the Titans in a cover 4, which means 2 corners and 2 safeties are covering a quarter of the field, which allows A.J. Barner to set up for a pass pro, then release late. So because the flat defenders don't have anyone in the flat right now, they're getting depth. A.J. Barner does a good job of selling the pass pro. He leaks out late. Sam Darnold takes what the defense is giving him, drops it off, and then he does the rest.
There were one too many times, no disrespect to the Titans, but against a rookie-led bad offense where they got into 3rd and medium or long or 4th down and converted. And I thought, what's going on here? This is one of those plays. So this is going to be 3rd and 3, 3rd and manageable. At 1:08 remaining in the first quarter, Ward to DK for 25 yards.
Spears in the backfield. He's as good a receiver as he is a running back. Slot to the far side. Ward takes the shotgun snap. Here comes the blitz. Ward scrambles out of the pocket, dumps it off, has a man open, makes the catch all the way across the 30, and it's DK yet again. He has been the relief valve for Ward, and that time he just runs free from across the field, ends up with a 25-yard gain and a first down.
So, again, converting a 3rd and 3 and turning it into a 25-yard gain. What happened?
Well, this is good. Good on the Titans, man. You catch the Seahawks in man coverage, and they run a mesh concept. So what that is you got 2 receivers crossing the middle of the field around 5 yards. So because they're in a tight formation, a 2-by-2 kind of stack look, it's Job who's covering DK. He has to go over the top of another defender, which creates a separation as DK goes across the field. DK gets the ball around the middle of the field, and Job is behind 2 of his own guys just because of the mesh concept and causing confusion. Sometimes you just call the right play for the right coverage in the right time. That's what happened here. Cam Moore gets outside, buys himself some time, and the rest is DK. Got to tip your cap to the Titans there.
I got to say, DK and Helm, their tight end in general, combined for 99 yards on the ground, 99 of Cam's 256. They were better as pass catchers than I expected. And I hadn't been watching a lot of Helm or DK or Titans tape, to be fair. But I went into this thinking, man, Van Jefferson's there? Who else is there that I'd completely forgotten about? They must not have great pass catchers.
Well, they don't have anybody, even after this game, they don't have any receiver with 400 yards, but you have one with 377, 334. It's a group project over there.
All right, well, let's go to Seattle's first touchdown of the game, and this one is pretty explosive. 3rd and 6 at 11-11. Make a wish. Sam Darnold finds JSN for 63 yards.
3rd down and 6. Slot to the near side. Smith and Jigba now comes over from left to right. 4-man rush. Darnold has time. Going to let it fly. Got a man, JSN. Makes the catch. Breaks the tackle. He's going to back into the end zone for a touchdown. Seahawks. 63 yards. Single coverage. You guys know better than that, Tennessee. A beautiful pass. Smith and Jigba catches it. DB falls down. A certain touchdown for the Hawks, and Seattle leads now 9-3.
That this is not the single longest reception of his season says a lot about Jackson Smith and Jigba's season.
Yeah, he's been having a great one, and you got to help or show Rashid Shaheed some love on this one as well. You got Jason who motions to the right side. You got 2 receivers over there with him. One runs a speed out, the other one runs like a curl. All right, so that's going to occupy the flat defender and the deep third or quarters defender. What Jackson does is he's running like a skinny corner. There's a safety in the middle of the field, but because Rashid Shaheed runs that dig, he sits around 12 yards, that safety has to respect it, and he bites up, creating a one-on-one with JSN. And the rest is just Sam seeing the matchup, loving it, and putting it in a place where only JSN can get it. A little push-off by JSN, but you know what? We all do it.
Stars can get away with it.
Exactly.
I have a follow-up. We had been talking, and I should say like a lot of listeners had been asking too about, hey, Rashid Shaheed was such a fun acquisition at the trade deadline. When are we really going to see him get involved in the game plan and get a couple touchdowns? Do you see ways in which he's affecting the game even without getting those scores?
That's a perfect example right there, because you see 22, and we had a conversation. I don't know if we're going to talk about this tonight. Actually, I will talk about it a little bit, but people think it's just, why aren't they doubling JSN? And it's because you have other guys out there in concepts that force players to stay true to their responsibilities. You can bracket JSN, you can do all that stuff, but there's no way you're going to leave possibly the fastest man in the league all by himself and not respect what he's doing. That's what happened.
Let's talk about the defense, and let's talk about Byron Murphy. So that 63-yard touchdown makes it 10-3, Seattle leading over Tennessee. Tennessee driving down the field, not really going much of anywhere, I should say. 3rd and 7, and Cam Ward is sacked at 9:34 by Byron Murphy.
So here's a 3rd down and 8. Sears now in the backfield. Spears, I beg your pardon, in the backfield with Ward. Witherspoon's going to blitz. Witherspoon gets there. The Seahawks get there. They're going to bring Ward down all the way back at his own 5. Murphy is there as well. But it was Spoon who Spears could not block, and it allowed Murph to get there and help with that sack. A loss on the play is going to make it 4th down and 19. That was a loss of 12. And it's going to bring on Hecker, and he's going to punt from the back of his own end zone.
Murphy's been phenomenal this year.
Yeah, Spoon, I mean, he creates this, right? Because you got 4 guys on the line of scrimmage, so there are 5 offensive linemen, but Spoon walks back or walks down to the left side of Cam Ward, which makes Spears have to go across the formation and try to pick him up. Cam feels that pressure, but it's not going to get enough love. I know Murphy got the sack right here, but it is how he got the sack. It was like a receiver release. He fakes to the right side, dips and rips, gets inside the C gap and just goes. Man, the movement by this big man is impressive. If you can, go ahead and watch that again and watch just how quick and how agile Murphy looks on this one.
We are jumping to the third quarter at 14:55. Seattle gets to start with the ball in this one, and they make good use of their time. 1st and 10, Sam Darnold finds Jackson Smith and Jigba for a casual 56-yard completion.
So here's Sam Darnold to start this second half. Comes out with a tight trip set to his right side. Ken Walker, the third, in the backfield. Darnold goes under center. Callerup, the tight end, now wings on the left. Play fake. Darnold's going to roll, half roll at least. Steps up in the pocket. Throws. He's got JSN wide open. Makes a catch far side. Tries to get away from a man. He's going backwards. He's dragging the defender out of bounds. Down near the 20-yard line. Jackson Smith and Jigba. Holy catfish. First play of the game. He runs a deep crosser and then drags the defender. 56 yards total. Knocked out of bounds near the 20-yard line of Tennessee. The Seahawks knocking at the door again.
Having 2 receptions of 55 or more yards in one game is pretty crazy.
Yeah, it is. And this is complete understanding of what you're trying to do. To the left side of JSN, you have your tight end on a crossing route. Naturally, it's going to grab the eyes of the safety he's running towards. You have Sam Darnold rolling to his right side, then stepping up in the pocket. But it's more about JSN understanding how to move guys. He has a vertical release with a safety over him. You never do not give a defender your attention. So he's running vertical. The near safety is with him. He takes his eyes to his right, moves that safety, and snaps it out. And now he's running across the face of the other safeties. Not only did he affect the near safety, he affected the far safety. Move those guys to the right. It's on a dead sprint over there to the corner or the other side of the field while your tight end is crossing the field as well. It's like you are mixing guys up. The concept is mixing guys up, but your body language and the way he's running routes is mixing guys up as well. And Sam Darnold just dropping another dime.
And might as well cap it off with a touchdown from Darnold to JSN as well. His second of the game, 13-23, 2nd and 3. This one for 13 yards and 7.
Second down and 3 at the Tennessee 13. Again, I-backs. Play fake this time to Walker. Sam throws. Got a man in the back of the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown! Seahawks! Man, what's that, 3 plays? JSN makes the catch in the back of the end zone from 13 out. A big score, his second of the game. The Seahawks stretch their lead now 22-3, and that drive, they made it look easy.
Again, JSN, touchdown, number 2. This one just 13 yards. Pathetic.
So he essentially has a one-on-one. The Titans are in cover 3. The corner over JSN as a deep third. You got a safety in the middle, another corner on the opposite side with a deep third. You occupy the other corner with a deep cross by Cody White. Jason inside releases. Again, body language is going to sell it. You got to give big ups to Sam Darnold as well. Jason inside releases, and then he fakes the corner. He takes his eyes and his body to the right. The DB has to respect it. He snaps it and keeps it skinny. What Sam Darnold does is during the snap, he's looking at the deep cross to Cody White. That's going to freeze the safety there, creating a big window. So with Sam Darnold freezing the safety, JSN moving the corner with his eyes and his width, and then getting vertical creates a big window. Sam Darnold, another dime.
We don't have a lot of time, so I want to go to 2 more plays that I think are most important. I want to talk about the kickoff return for a touchdown next, and then we'll get to the last Titans touchdown was from 1 yard. Let's talk about the kickoff return. Right. I have most questions about that, and I think it's controversial because there was a holding penalty people feel like weren't called, so let's go to it. 4th and 2, punt by Michael Dixon, 60 yards to the Tennessee 10-yard line. 10:44 is where it starts. 10:22 by then is the extra point, and it's a 90-yard return.
Michael Dixon with an absolute rocket. DK all the way back at his own 12-yard line. Circles back. Now he's looking for some running room. Drawing a crowd. Seahawks trying to get there. Now DK's going far side. Out across the 20, 30, 40 midfield. He may go all the way. He is going to return this ball for a Tennessee touchdown. The Seahawks special teams, which have been spectacular. Michael Dixon kicks it high and deep and perhaps outkicked the coverage. And DK brings it back. at least 80-plus yards for the touchdown. And just like that, you cannot let a team like Tennessee hang around. It is now a 23-9 Seahawks lead with 10:22 to play in the third quarter.
Now, Bump, I know you love big plays on special teams. As a former return specialist, but you never want it to be the opponent. It feels like giving points away, or it feels like it takes the wind out of your sails. You know, your defense didn't even get a chance to fight and get on the field. It's just automatically responding with a touchdown. What happened here?
Well, you got your first gunner down there. I believe that's Pritchett on the right side, who does the right thing. You got to force everything inside to your help. That's where Darion Kendrick is, and he definitely gets help. I mean, my guy is holding on for dear life. But, you know, the referees don't see it all. What the returner does a good job of doing is pressing that hold where he is being held. He presses it before he tries to get wide. And now it's a sprint to the sideline. Because he pressed forward the way you're supposed to, everyone tries to collapse right at him. And then you get outside. You're influencing everyone on that football field. And once you hit the numbers, now it's who is faster. And DK is faster than most of those guys on that unit. So, yes, Kendrick was held. But I think it was more of DK setting his blocks up than anything.
Okay, that makes sense than what Mike Macdonald said, where he was like, you know, we saw some stuff, but we've got to hold our edge.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
All right. It's a Reaction Monday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. That was your plays of the game. Right now, it's time for 4 Down Territory.
This is 4 Down Territory, going inside the game with former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down, what was one of your favorite things about Sam Darnold's play yesterday?
People are going to look at the throws that could have been intercepted.
Okay.
All right, there was one to AJ, could have been intercepted. I think he could have caught that. There was one deep, I forget who he was targeting, but he was hit. And there was one to K9, that was just a poor throw, back shoulder. Should have been a pick six, honestly. But what I liked about what Sam did yesterday is that he took the checkdowns. Yes, he did throw some footballs down the field. Obviously, this is the most explosive pass game in the NFL, but there was a check down to Barner, plus 13. There's a check down to Arroyo, plus 5. There's a check down to K9 in the red zone, plus 5. Another check down to Zach Charbonnet, plus 9. Another check down to K9, plus 29. 61 yards on check downs, and I think that's him learning his lesson and saying if these routes are going to go deep, if the second level defenders are going to go deep, I'm not going to stress. I'm going to keep the safety there with my eyes, and then I'm going to go to my available options on the check down. I loved that he used the check down this game.
You know what's funny is depending on what people think about you as a quarterback, it's a lose-lose situation. If you go to your first read, you're someone that only goes to your first read and stares down your first read. If you check down, you're a check down Charlie.
Right.
But I appreciate like a quarterback that's able to do both and knows when to do both.
Yeah, you got to be able to just make the game easy.
Yeah.
And sometimes quarterbacks, no one is excluded from this, makes the game too hard. You feel like you have to make the big play. And sometimes the big play will get you 29 or 13 yards.
Second down. Who do you think had their best game of the year, even though the stats won't tell you that?
Stats are going to say this was just an okay game for K9. He had 105 against Pitt. He had 86 versus Arizona, averaged 8.6 that game. Only had 79 against Tennessee, but this is why I think he had his best game. He had gains of 11, 15, and 19. He played 62% of the snaps. That's the most he's played all year. And that tells me that he's in during pass pro as well. Typically, when you're going to throw the football, you bring in Zach Charbonnet because you feel like K9 isn't as good in that area. Mike Macdonald said K9 earned himself some more playing time. So he didn't get a whole bunch of handoffs on the 11 for 71, I believe. But he was in there for the bulk of the game, 62%. So he's getting better at some of the things that we aren't aware of, honestly. You know, the little nuances of the game that the coaches want from him that we don't know, like what he's being coached to do in those situations. So K9 had his best game of the year. He seems like he's getting downhill a bit more. He's understanding when to cut back. There weren't too many runs where I thought, what the heck are you doing? There was one where the guard of the center got pushed back and he had to get lateral, and it was a negative run. But for the most part, man, when it was time to cut back on the zone, he did it. When it was time to get downhill, he did it. He caught the ball at the backfield. I believe he had over 100 overall yards, but K9 had his best game overall, including in the pass pro, too.
I wish he would have gotten that red zone touchdown.
Yeah.
My fantasy team wishes that. Third down. How has this offense improved?
Offensive line play was really good yesterday. Yes, it was against the Tennessee Titans. I understand that. That box isn't great. You got Simmons over there who's really the only threat that they have. But I'm looking at just assignment-type football. I'm looking at the guards get to the second level and get on backers. I'm watching them adjust to a backer that's flying downhill. The tackles, setting the edge. There are a couple times where Charles Cross set the edge so great that he pushed the guy towards the sideline. It's supposed to be an outside zone, but you cut inside the lane. Another example of K9 really seeing what's going on over there. There weren't too many times where I felt like Sam was under extreme pressure. I believe he was sacked one time against the Tennessee Titans. The offensive line play was really good yesterday. Yes, it was against the Tennessee Titans, but that can do something to an offensive line. The confidence, right? Just knowing that, look, when we play together, we are a good football team. So I liked it, man. Big ups to that offensive line. You got Oluwatimi in there. We know that Bradford has had his struggles as well. Nice to see Zabel get out there and play some football.
Oh, yeah.
But offensive line was really good yesterday.
It's crazy how we went from, oh my God, is Zabel done for the season with a torn ACL to Zabel started this game and I didn't even mention it.
Right, exactly.
Moved right on past it. Fourth down. Who did the most with his newfound playing time?
Patrick O'Connell. He did it. We interviewed him, a couple weeks ago on the huddle. And this linebacker position has been hit. I mean, Ernest Jones has missed a couple of games already. Tyrese Knight is out. Tyrese Knight was the starter. Drake Thomas comes in. You lost Surratt yesterday to a sprained ankle, I believe. But this linebacker core has been hit. So having O'Connell get out there, and what I liked about it is that he got fooled the first drive. Cam Ward scrambling, he pump fakes him, jumps up in the air, and he looked like a backup in that moment. But after that, my man was flying around, he was making plays, had a big hit on Cam, which we highlighted during these highlights. Patrick O'Connell did the most with his time. Doesn't mean he's going to be a starter. Doesn't mean he's going to get 65% of the snaps ever again. But it does mean that if something were to happen, he built some trust with his coaching staff. He's already a special teams guy. But seeing the young man from Montana do his thing, I was happy for him. And those are the games where, when I knew I was starting, I called my mama, my cousins, like, hey, watch the game. I'm in. I am playing. So I'm sure he had that moment as well. And he didn't disappoint. He had a good game.
What are great backups or backups who meet the moment a sign of when it comes to an organization?
One, they can evaluate players for their scheme, and they've gotten them prepared, or they've done a great job of preparing them. Because you're not going to get the attention of the starter. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
You have to be an active listener. You have to be learning when other guys are getting coached up. You have to do the extra stuff because you're not going to get the live reps during practice. So that just means that he has been locked in throughout the whole season. So it's a good example of just staying ready so you ain't got to get ready.
It was like a fun theme we mentioned Elijah Clark earlier for Dallas on a big return. Just like a cool weekend for some stories and names that you wouldn't otherwise hear about. Just showing kind of like why you keep grinding and why you keep getting after it. Patrick O'Connell in this one, I wouldn't imagine that. There are plenty of Seahawks fans who don't know, but I wouldn't imagine any Tennessee fans watching knew who he was. And he ended up being a cool disruptor there on a couple plays.
Believe it or not, Stacy, most football teams are made of backups.
Yeah.
There are only 22 starters on the team.
Yep.
53 on the active roster, 70 on a football team. So you have to make sure that you are preparing as a starter.
It's a Reaction Monday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Still to come. Bump's going to help us understand how Mike Macdonald's defense uses simulated pressures. That's going to be the theme of our 11:45. And next, Klay Thompson's comments about John Morant went viral, plus Jordan Hudson suing Pablo Torre. Timeline coming your way next.
The Mike Macdonald Show, the morning after every Seahawks game at 9:30 with Brock and Salk.
What impressed you yesterday? What impressed you with your team? We had a really good feeling going into the game that it was going to be an eat game, really in all three phases. So when we talk about eat, it's really how you finish plays. A lot of those hidden yardages that we needed to go in our favor. And defensively, we did that a good bit to get them to second and long. Offensively, I thought we finished runs going forward, which was a positive. There's a couple we got to get cleaned up.
Get the podcast on the Seattle Sports app.
If a Lenovo computer for your business is on your holiday list, don't shop around. Just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com. You'll find exclusive deals on the PCs you want for your business, like the ThinkPad X9 14 Aura Edition and Yoga 7i 2-in-1. So avoid all that shopping chaos and price comparing, and just go directly to the source, Lenovo.com, where PCs are up to 50% off. That's Lenovo.com.
Lenovo. Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-466-3300. That's 206-466-3300.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, a new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
When it comes to the security of your business, doubts can creep in about who you're trusting to protect it. At Bay Alarm, we got you. For nearly 80 years, we've been putting our customers' minds at ease with our advanced technology and personalized support. Feeling insecure about your current security service? Visit bayalarm.com today.
What is that sound? Ugh, that sounds like a plumbing sound. Luckily, there's a company that fixes all the plumbing sounds across Puget Sound. That's All Sound Plumbing. Puget Sound's plumbing experts. Have a sound? Visit allsoundplumbing.com.
This is the home of the Seahawks.
Going to let one fly deep. Got a man out there. Ball is caught down at the 10-yard line, and it's JSN
Seattle Sports.
Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. Life's expensive enough, isn't it? Groceries, gas, kids' activities. Sometimes your roof needs replacing, but your budget says not now. Hi, I'm Justin Shirley, CEO of State Roofing and Exteriors. We want to help with an offer to lift that weight off your shoulders. Get 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for up to 24 months. Or save up to $3,000 on a new roof today. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF or visit stateroofing.com.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the 3rd annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
Join the stations of Bonneville, Seattle, and Treehouse for the 37th year of Holiday Magic, helping provide holiday gifts and year-long support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the 37 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476. This is The Timeline
with Bump and Stacy.
Brought to you by 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
It is is the timeline on Bump and Stacy, looking at some top trending stories outside of Seattle for this one. I am going to start with the NBA, but we've got some other good stuff to get to, including a lawsuit, maybe? Here we go. Ja Morant confronted Klay Thompson after the final buzzer of the Memphis Grizzlies' 102-96 win over the Mavs on Saturday night. Here's how Klay responded post-game in a clip that's since gone viral.
And then with Ja, he's a funny guy. He has a lot to say all the time, especially for a guy who rarely takes accountability. But you know what? That's for another day.
What did Ja have to say on this occasion?
Nothing of intelligent depth. It was really just his just running his mouth, and he's been running his mouth for a long time. And it's funny to run your mouth when you're on the bench. It's kind of the story of his career so far, just leaving us wanting more. You know, we all want to see him out there and do his best, but he's just been letting a lot of other stuff get in the way of that. And we need that in the NBA. We need our best players to be out there. And when you're a star, it comes with a great responsibility. And I hate to see that go to waste.
I think you read him down.
That's a wazoo man right there.
I think that was incredibly honest and true.
And it was Unc sunning this dude.
Yeah.
I used to like Ja. I still respect his game. Obviously, he's one of the most talented guys in the game. But Klay's like, listen to me, son. 4 championships, over a decade. The game loves me. You are probably physically more talented than me. I just got a wet jumper that nobody can touch. And you are looking stupid out there.
Mm-hmm.
Ja, man, like, you got no more money in the bank, figuratively. Obviously, you're rich. You got no more money in the bank. You need to just be quiet, play ball, show up, be a good teammate, because your reputation is going down the drain. And Klay is one of the more composed and honest guys in the NBA, and he just straight suns you. There's nothing you can say to come back from that. What you can do is just go out there, stop getting in trouble, be a competitor, play with your heart, be there for your teammates, show up every night. It's real simple, and he's making it real simple for you. But what we've learned from Ja over the last 3 or 4 years is that he's not going to take accountability, like Klay said, and he's going to be stubborn with it. Klay, beautifully executed.
I thought so too. And I think the perspective you mentioned, like, that's a wazoo man through and through. But I think that background's also really important because, like, Ja Morant, like you said, incredibly talented in a very obvious way. And I bet to someone like Klay, it's like, man, imagine if I had your talent at your age, and it's not that he's not clearly talented. He clearly is, but, like, it's different. And that would frustrate me as a player. Like, it's one thing for me as a critic or someone on the outside to go, man, it's a shame. This guy needs to take the game seriously. But imagine the grueling recovery from an Achilles, from a blown out knee, from multiple injuries to get back and go, can you develop any level of work ethic? Do you know how hard I've had to work to get back from these injuries? And I've appeared in more games than you since then? That's insane.
Yeah. It's ridiculous, man. Like, come on, Ja. Grow up, baby.
I don't know what his deal is. I don't know. For a conversation for another time. Right now, we got to talk about a lawsuit. Jordan Hudson, girlfriend of Bill Belichick, 24 years old, she said that she's suing Pablo Torre. This after he dedicated numerous episodes of his podcast to the relationship featuring the legendary coach. So what is she suing him for is a very fair question that all of us have, but we don't know because the only reason we know this is a thing is that on Instagram, Hudson posted a picture of her holding an all-access badge at North Carolina, donning a necklace reading banned, presumably in response to that episode of Tori's show in which he reported that Hudson's access to UNC's facilities had been restricted. And she said that she's suing him, like tagged him. So then he responded on Twitter by saying, I assume this means you're declining my invitation to be a guest on Pablo Torre Finds Out. Either way, I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you, Pablo. I don't know what she'd be suing him for.
She's going to say defamation.
How so?
Everyone sues for defamation.
Sure.
You said I was banned. I actually have all access.
But
that's exactly. People sue for defamation. Now, there are some legit cases, but a lot of times people are suing for defamation because they ain't really got nothing. I don't like the way you talked about me. You know what? Defamation.
This is what's so interesting in the pickle that Jordan is in, and we'll see what actually ends up happening here. Number one, the discovery is going to be very interesting. I can't wait to see what's uncovered with that. I hope she moves forward with a lawsuit because that can make things kind of spicy. But two, Pablo Torre and Jordan Hudson are public figures. Pablo Torre covered a story as a journalist, and you are a public figure that was the subject of that.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to argue that Pablo Torre has taken away like earnings from you when he was reporting on something that was already done. So he was reporting, I have heard that UNC has become so frustrated with her involvement that they've banned her from the facility. That's what I'm hearing. He didn't say, I've heard from people, Jordan Hudson's so annoying. She's so annoying and she always crosses lines and it's so whatever. And then UNC banned her.
Right.
So she's in this weird arena of it's going to be hard to sue a journalist for defamation.
Mm-hmm.
He's just reporting on things he's hearing, and he's reporting on things that had already happened.
Yeah, he's reporting from sources too, and he's not saying it is fact. This is what's being reported. This is what I'm hearing. It's not saying, "Hey, I got the receipts. She can't go to practice.
Yeah,
she's not in the facilities." This is what I'm hearing. This is what's being reported. Yeah, she just needs to just be quiet. You know, go work on whatever projects you got working on. Move in silence and just support your man, and don't worry about all this other stuff.
It's weird to me. It's weird. Like, she simultaneously seems to be bothered that she's a public figure while also clearly pursuing power and over that narrative. And if you're arguing, let's say she's arguing like, oh, Pablo, this is the reason that we missed out on this Hulu documentary. Well, there's footage of you guys trashing the people working on the documentary. What are you suing him for, Jordan?
I'm confused.
Someone said, what a Real Housewives move by Jordan. She wishes, okay? She's too young for Real Housewives, and she wishes that she could outmaneuver the way that those women do. I'm moving on. Following their 42-27 win over number 15 USC, Oregon head coach Dan Lanning was asked about how the College Football Playoff Committee views Oregon and used the opportunity to take a shot at weak scheduling.
Well, we just played a really good team. We beat them. And a lot of times we play really good teams that become unranked all of a sudden. That's not our fault, right? Maybe it is our fault. But all we're worried about is playing the teams that we play and doing the job that we need to do. And we did that job today, right? I think proof's in the pudding, right? Played a good team. We beat them. Right, all we can do next week is try to do the same thing, right? And this conference is a really good conference. It's competitive, right? We didn't play Chattanooga State today, right? Like some other places, right? We competed. So, you know, that being said, it's tough playing 9 conference games. It's tough playing in this league. And we got to take advantage of playing a good team today and attacking that.
I have a complicated relationship with Dan Lanning because as a Husky, I always want to hate him, and I try so hard. And then every single time he talks into a mic, I'm like, God, I would run through a wall for this guy. I hate it so much.
Can't do it.
You can't hate him.
Seen his wife too?
You can't hate them. They're a beautiful
and he's
family.
Invited to the
They're
barbecue.
Beautiful. And that also upsets me. I'm going to be really honest about that. But I'm waiting on my invitation.
Hey,
but that's okay.
You get it. Cookout is coming.
I understand. But no.
I love him.
I really like him.
I love him. I know I'm not supposed to like him. I don't care. There's some UWs I'm not supposed to like. I like who I like,
yeah,
okay?
Like me.
You know what? But he's right. Who did Alabama play? Eastern Illinois or something crazy like that? I covered the Clemson Furman game. Who's Furman? Why is Clemson playing Furman? Especially when they were supposed to be, they came in ranked like top 10 in the country. He is absolutely right. I respect his game. You know, when you schedule those, week 1 through 2, you play Montana State. Here, Montana State, get this money, get this whooping, 59-13. Oklahoma State, yeah, come get this money, get this whooping. Now it's time to play. Now you get into conference play. You take down number 3 Penn State. You play number 7 Indiana, they got you. But, you know, you're playing them. You play number 20 Iowa. You just got done playing number 15 USC. Now you got UW. This is the way it's supposed to be. My guy Mike Yam calls it active bye weeks is what he called it. Like, these teams are active, but you know it's a day in bye week. I'm so tired of these games. Granted, I get paid for them, so go ahead and schedule my guests because I'll still have a job. But I don't want to cover Clemson Furman.
Well, and when you brag about, in that case, ACC, but when you're bragging about SEC supremacy, and SEC teams are chock full of talent, don't get me wrong. Like, they're obviously talented teams. I'm not sitting here saying, like, Bama or Georgia only has their record or only has their championships because of that. But I do think that, like, SEC figureheads like Paul Feinbaum will constantly criticize formerly Pac-12 schools and currently Big Ten, and they'll criticize Big Ten schools without acknowledging that they've got a lot of cupcakes on their own schedules.
They got some cuppity cakes over there.
Some real cupcakes.
And if we're being real about the SEC, great
Please
conference.
do.
I'm not hating
No one is.
on SEC, but they got some bad teams in that conference too.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say it's not all. Everyone's not a baller in that league. All right, Arkansas 0-7, South Carolina 1-7, Mississippi State 1-6, Auburn 1-6, Florida 2-6, Kentucky 2-6, Missouri 3-4, LSU Tigers 3-4. These are conference records, right? I'm just saying they got some. It's top heavy. But then after that, the drop-off is real.
Join us throughout the day on Wednesday for our Mariners Thanksgiving special. We're dedicating 1 hour of each show to celebrating the 2025 AL West champions and previewing the 2026 campaign. Interviews with Jerry Dipoto, Justin Hollander, and Dan Wilson, as well as broadcasters and executives. If you miss anything, find the interviews on our Seattle Sports YouTube page or via the Seattle Sports app. Coming up next, Bump is going to help us understand what should we know about simulated pressures. And how do the Seahawks use them or not? That's next.
MLB Network insider John Morosi with Wyman and Bob.
Mariners strike first in free agency with the big signing.
I think it was emblematic of where the Mariners are, and I think that is a tribute to how much Josh loved it in Seattle. And again, when you create the right environment and when you win, you don't have to try as hard or spend as much in free agency.
See the full conversation on the Seattle Sports YouTube page.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Just how good is Pure Talk's current deal for unlimited wireless? Well, you might say it's the deal of your lifetime. Because right now, for just $29.95 a month, Pure Talk is offering unlimited talk, text, and data for life. Not your phone's life, your life. This is Pure Talk's top-tier plan. It comes with a crazy fast 5G network along with a 30-gig hotspot. And at just $29.95 a month, there has never been a better opportunity to lock in a ridiculously low rate for as long as you live. And save thousands and thousands of dollars along the way. This plan is normally $65 a month, but if you switch today, you will save over 50% every single month for the rest of your life. See what I mean? It really is the deal of your lifetime. Dial pound 250, say Mike Rowe. Offer ends 12/7. Some restrictions apply. Details at puretalk.com.
I know a lot of you guys are listening from your phones right now, so it's the perfect time to give a shout out to my friends over at AT&T. The other guys will make claims saying this and that about how great their network is, and I'm just here to set the record straight that AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. I don't know about you guys, but it just gives me so much peace of mind when I'm going to do the things I love, and I know my wireless network's got me. Like if I'm going to a concert or a basketball game or even something outdoorsy, knowing I'm going to have fast service and can share what I'm up to is a game changer. You want to know you can post what you want to post, call who you want to call, and with AT&T, it literally doesn't matter where you're going. I promise you, they're already there. Don't just take it from me. Actual tests prove AT&T is America's fastest and most reliable wireless network. When you compare, there is no comparison. Based on RootMetrics' United States Root Score Report, 1H 2025 tested with best commercially available smartphones on 3 national mobile networks across all available network types. Your experiences may vary. RootMetrics rankings are not an endorsement of AT&T.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports. Touchdown! Seahawks! Ken Walker III! Get everything Seahawks at seattlesports.com.
It's comedian Tom Segura at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center with an encore performance Saturday night, November 29th.
I want to be that type of old. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. Like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. Someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snapped. Sit down.
Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Tom Segura's Come Together Tour, November 29th at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. 21 and older. Need gambling help? Call 800-547-6133 or visit emeraldqueen.com.
It's hard to believe the holidays are almost here. And do you or someone on your wish list want the gift of fitness? Well, Brock Heward here, and the Top Fitness Black Friday sales event is on right now. I've told you all for years, there is nothing better than a home gym, and to give it as a gift and to friends, even better. And right now, you could save up to $1,000 on Inspire gyms, Inspire treadmills, and True treadmills, plus get free delivery and assembly on Precor treadmills, ellipticals, and exercise bikes. You can also save, how about this, up to 50% on last year's display models. With Olympic weight bars starting at $50 and home gym attachments and accessories, well, they're up to 50% off starting at just $10. So it's no secret why everyone from personal trainers to pro athletes love Top Fitness. You can visit them in Tukwila, Linwood, or Bellevue, or simply go to topfitness.com. Take care of your family, take care of your friends, take care of yourself with the Top Fitness Black Friday sales event on right now. Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
The best time of the year is here, Toyotathon. Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton are providing you with the largest savings and the widest selection of inventory on Toyota favorites like Tacomas and Tundras, the Gas RAV4, the Hybrid RAV4, and the Hybrid Camry. It's Toyotathon at TOK and TOR. That's ToyotaofKirkland.com and ToyotaofRenton.com. Whether you're in the north or the south, they got you covered. Get a test drive, meet the wonderful staff, get a new car. It's Toyotathon, people. Come on.
O'Brien. From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Okay, so Brock asked this morning on the Mike Macdonald show, the head coach Mike Macdonald, about simulated pressures and how the Seahawks use them. I want to play his answer, which is very interesting. But before I do, I want to treat this like a 101 bump where you're going to help us understand what we should know about simulated pressures and how the Seahawks do or don't use them. First, what are simulated pressures and how are they typically used by defenses?
So the definition of a simulated pressure is when it looks like you're bringing more than 4, but you really don't. And you might bring it from an untraditional way. So say there's 4 linemen, obviously on the defensive line, and you have a linebacker walked up, right? So 5-man pressure. When the ball is snapped, let's say the DN drops into coverage and that backer comes, you're still bringing 4, but it's a simulated pressure because it looks like you're going to bring 5, right? Or you bring your 4 just from a different spot. It can be linebacker, it can be safety, it can even be a corner. So it's looking like you're bringing more than 4 when you're really bringing 4, but it's not in the traditional sense. That's simulated pressure. And Brock asked the question. Let's get Coach's answer to that.
I'm going to combine a couple here because it's kind of all one. So first, asked about the pressures.
I'm going to disappoint you guys. We do not run a lot of simulated pressures.
Oh,
people say we do, but we really don't. We have them.
So what do you call them? What do you, or how do you?
No, that's what we call them. If we bring one, drop one, bring 2, drop 2. Like the way we define simulated pressures is like you're rushing 4, you're just bringing an unaccounted for guy and dropping an accounted for guy. You know.
Yep.
But we just don't run a lot. I think we called 4 yesterday, and none of them worked. So,
well, you kind of got 4 other dudes that are pretty good at getting quarterbacks.
You know, we got to execute them better, and I got to not call them in crappy situations. So, three of those are on me, and I'd say one of them are on us.
He says they're a great tool, but explain what people probably think are simulated pressures for them.
We have them, Brock, and it's a great tool. You know, it's a great tool, and Tennessee ran it, a few of them yesterday that were good for them, but we just don't do it. We put a lot of guys on line of scrimmage and to try to manipulate protections and set up other pressures. which is probably what people were talking about. Like we put 5 on the line and drop a guy, but a lot of the times it is like the off the ball player that is the guy dropping.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm looking at a what people might call a simulated pressure right now. He did call about 4. I'm like I got to maybe halfway to the fourth quarter, and I've charted 4 simulated pressures. And the first one is in the first quarter, 10:52 on the clock. It's a 2nd and 9. And what coach does in this situation here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys on the line, right? 5 guys. You got your 3 bigs, your 2 edges. You got Drake Thomas in the middle all by himself, and everyone else is manned up on the backside. Drake Thomas is going to blitz from depth over the 0 tech in this situation, which is right over the center. So as he blitz, then you have your end on the right side dropping into coverage. That's Boye Mafe. That's a simulated pressure. You're still bringing 4, all right, but it looks like you're bringing 5. Your end drops into coverage right there. He's right. When he first said it, I go, Coach, you're tripping. I know you use simulated pressure at a high clip. And I'm going back in my mind. All right, let me go check the film. And he's absolutely right. They don't use it. Teams use simulated pressure on Sam Darnold more than the Hawks use it. And when Sam had his bad days, the days against the Rams or any other team, it's because of simulated pressure. And the way that it confuses a quarterback is because now, like Coach says, you're trying to manipulate the protection. So I've explained kind of pass pro before. It's all a numbers game. I got to make sure that the slide is correct. If there's a 4-man rush, okay, I'm going to slide the protection to whoever is in the interior that gives me the most trouble. So say I'm going up against Leonard Williams, and he's to my right side. I'm going to slide, and it's a 4-man, looks like it's going to be a 4-man pressure. I'm going to slide that protection to the right side to get a double team on them. The running back is going to be responsible for the linebacker to his side. So typically, if you're going to slide that protection to the right side, I'm going to set my running back to the left side and take care of the backers on that side. So how does that confuse us? Say, all right, now we see pressure coming from the right side. I'm going to slide the protection that way because that man has walked up to the line of scrimmage on the edge when actually now he drops. So we slid the protection that way. Now you got pressure coming from the other side, and it just
suddenly
jacks
feels
up.
like you don't have the protection right, and then you're panicking.
Exactly. You're going sliding right, protection's coming left. Now I'm screwed. That's more of what the Seahawks do. And when they do blitz, a lot of it is from depth. I've seen Nick Mawari blitz from 3 or 4 yards off. We've seen the corner blitz. You got Drake Thomas blitzing. So they'll show you the pressure because they want you to declare exactly what you're going to do, try to manipulate you. But most of their pressure are coming from backers and nickelbacks and corners from off the ball. So he's absolutely right. I thought he was bluffing. I go, man, Coach, tripping. I know y'all use simulated pressure a lot more.
Just admit what you're doing there.
But absolutely right. He told the truth right there, man. I got 4 simulated pressures so far in this game, and I'm about halfway through the fourth quarter.
He talked about trying to, and obviously what you're saying, make simple stuff look more complicated.
For us, it's what we try to do. We try to make some simple things look more complicated to our opponent, and to our guys' credit, they can make that come to life pretty simply.
So in a way, he's like, I guess it's really working if analysts are watching going, okay, here you're seeing a lot of simulated pressure. No, not really.
You know what some analysts do, though? They hear one person say it and don't fact check it.
Yes.
And say, oh, yeah, they must be bringing simulated pressures. And I'm like, no. In my mind, I thought I saw it, and I convinced myself. The reason why I convinced myself, because I watched so much film of Sam being pressured with simulated pressure, and I kind of molded the two and was like, nah, let me go back and fact check that. So, yeah, I mean, there's some analysts who will do that, but there are some who just ride the wave of someone else who said it and say, yeah, that must be true. When in this case, it wasn't.
I thought it was just a cool conversation to have. I'm glad, good to have you kind of reframe it. First, explain kind of like, here's what it typically looks like. Like, typically what it looks like when teams do that is this. We've seen it happen actually quite a bit against Sam Darnold. Mm-hmm. Here's what it looks like when the Seahawks do it. Here's what they're trying to do. Here's why it's so effective. Also, them rushing 4 has been wildly effective.
Yeah,
but
they ain't got to bring much pressure.
Yeah.
That's why they're only blitzing at 18%.
Just a cool conversation.
Yeah.
Mike Macdonald talked about plenty more with Brock and Salk. That's going to be on the Brock and Salk podcast in the final hour. Or you can find it on seattlesports.com on the podcast page under the Mike Macdonald Show. Coming up next, JSN's on pace for a record-breaking season. But what has that meant for past teams?
The Seahawks got it done on the road.
Gonna let it fly. Got a man, JSN. Makes the catch.
Bouncing back.
For a touchdown, Seahawks.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, holy catfish!
Happy for JSN. He's doing an incredible job. Brings it every day.
But every opportunity he has to make a play, he's doing it. It's just hard to guard him, bro. Like, he's just so efficient at what he do.
Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app, the home of the Seahawks.
Hey, folks, this is it. The best weekend of the year for buying a TV. Forget inflation, because now you've got deflation with Black Friday pricing on top-rated brands like Samsung, LG, and Sony. Where's the best place to shop? It's not the clubs or online. Join the smart shoppers heading for video only, because they've got better than Black Friday deals. That's right, better. Don't believe it? Then bring your prices to video only and compare before you buy. Or you'll be sorry. At Video Only, you won't find huge stores with refrigerators or microwaves, but you will find the best deals on top-rated TVs, soundbars, and monitors. Shop around. Just make sure you visit Video Only, because if you don't,
you'll be sorry.
In South Center, Bellevue, Linwood, Federal Way, and Tacoma, Video Only.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code POWER to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code POWER for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Black Friday Comfort Sale is on now at Home Comfort Alliance. Save up to 75% on furnaces, ACs, heat pumps, EV chargers, generators, and more. And take 18 months to pay with 0% financing. Call before December 1st. Visit HomeComfortAlliance.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Endless hours of research, seeking referrals, dozens of calls. Hiring the right attorney can be a challenging process during an already difficult time. JP Pendergast with Pendergast Law explains.
In Washington State, Tom, there are thousands of attorneys to choose from. Referrals and online research can be helpful, but discovering the right attorney requires a conversation. It can be hard to identify integrity and authenticity without that interaction.
So, what do you recommend?
We encourage anyone looking for personal injury representation to call for a free consultation with our team before making a decision simply based on referrals or online research. Accident victims need an attorney that listens, demonstrates honesty, and is genuinely understanding of their unique circumstances. The care, attention, and preparation that our firm provides throughout the case mirrors the effort involved when taking on the insurance companies.
Save time and avoid mistakes after an injury. Contact the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, call Pendergast Law. We can help.
Join the stations of Bonneville, Seattle, and Treehouse for the 37th year of Holiday Magic, helping provide holiday gifts and year-long support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the 37 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476. This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
Jalen Gabriel has been cleared from concussion protocol, but following Shedeur Sanders' first career start and win over the Raiders for the Browns, Cleveland has named Sanders as their starter for their Week 13 game against the 49ers.
Snapshot, brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time. From the Quantum Fiber Studio,
this is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. Bump, I'm going to start this conversation by saying I don't know exactly where I'm taking it. I don't know what I'm doing with the point I'm about to make.
It's like when you get in a car for a drive, you're just driving.
Oh my God, that's what I did on over the weekend.
Really?
I was, it was out, and it's just been so gross and rainy in Seattle perpetually this fall, and it happened to be kind of like some midday sunniness at like noonish, and I thought, well, let me just drive and get a snack, and I just let my car and my soul lead me to where I wanted to go, and I ended up at Whole Foods, a place I don't typically shop, but I just was like, well, let's pop in here and check it out. That's kind of what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. I'm going on my Saturday afternoon drive, kind of figuring out where it's taking me. And all I know, much like on Saturday, all I knew was that I wanted a snack. All I know is that I want to talk about JSN. I want to talk about JSN. I want to talk about the season he's having. And I want to ask you about something interesting when it comes to all-time single-season leaders. So, as you and everyone else knows, JSN broke the Seahawks franchise single-season record for receiving yards. That was previously held by DK Metcalf, set in 2018. It was 1,303 yards. Jackson Smith and Jigba now at, I think, 1,308. 6 games left to play. Franchise record is smashed. Is the NFL record next? The NFL record is 1964, set by, you guys already know, Calvin Johnson back in 2012. Cooper Kupp, JSN's current teammate, right behind him at 1947. So we're getting in the car, and we're driving to who knows where. And this is the question I'm putting out to you. JSN's season is absolutely fun to watch. What do I do with the knowledge that only one of the receivers on this list, and Charlie Hennigan is on here from 1961, so I'm counting Super Bowl era. Only one of the top 10 receivers on this list went to and won a Super Bowl.
Ooh-wee.
What do I do with that? You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, let's get in the car. Let's drive. Let's figure out where this is taking us. What do I do with that knowledge?
It's telling you that, for the most part, wideouts with big numbers are like empty calories.
I love empty calories. Don't get me wrong.
Don't we all?
We do all.
Doesn't everyone love a 60-yard bomb, touchdowns being thrown all across the board?
I do.
So those numbers suggest that wideouts with big numbers are empty calories. You need some vegetables in there. You need something else, some more nutrition to make it all work. That's exactly what Cooper Kupp had. He was the empty calories, and it's not. See, and that's the thing. A receiver with those type of numbers are empty calories until you add all the stuff with it, right? Until you add a defense and a quarterback and all that stuff, and then it's a necessity. Because at the same time, we can look at what Calvin Johnson did, and it was empty calories all year. That team was bad. He had nothing else.
He didn't get a single win in the final 8 games.
It was just Calvin Johnson. But if JSN is not having the season that he's having with his team, are these guys 8-3? I say no. They're not. So it depends on the situation. I think at this point, JSN is probably having one of the more successful team seasons while he's doing things individually. A wideout is not going to win you a Super Bowl. A wideout is going to win you moments. It's going to win you some third downs. It's going to win you some drives. It's going to win you some matchups. But when it's all said and done, you need a QB who can connect the dots. You need an offensive line who can get that run going. You need a defense who can make some stops. The wideout and the wideout is just the dessert. All right, it's the dessert, and everyone loves some dessert.
Yeah,
and,
I do.
And sometimes the wideout could be the spice on the meal, right? It's a compliment to everything else. And I'm a wideout. You know, it hurts me to say this about our position, but it's a necessity at the same time, because look at the last however many teams that win Super Bowls. Everyone's got a number one receiver going for 1,100 yards, something like that. It's a necessity, but it's not the thing that puts you over the top.
I'm just, on the one hand, I do want to celebrate JSN because what he's doing is crazy. Brock Huard made the comparison to Cal's home run chase, and while there are some key differences outside of obviously being two different sports, but I think key differences in impact is kind of what I want to get to, that home runs are more impactful than overall receiving yards. One is a scoring play and one is just a stat. I get it. It's obvious. But I think what Brock is saying is the way that I feel and what resonated with me. It started to get to the point with Cal where I'd go, well, he'll cool off. And it wasn't any disrespect towards Cal, but we had never seen anything like that before. You know that catching takes a toll on the body, unlike any other position in baseball. And so you would just start to think, August, September, he'll cool off. He'll cool off. Okay, it's not going to be quite the same. Nope, he had about as many home runs in the second part of the season as he did in the first. He, at one point in April, was on pace for 61 home runs, and he finished with 60 home runs. That's insane consistency. And that's how I feel about JSN. Every single week I go, eventually he's going to have a week where it's just not his day. Nope. Still waiting for that.
Still waiting.
So that feeling to me is the same. That's really cool to watch. We could be seeing NFL history. The question I want to have is not whether or not that's cool, because we know it is, but what does it mean? What does it matter? Does it impact? Does it lift your team to a Super Bowl? Let's go to that Cooper Cup. You mentioned it's empty calories, but you got to have the vegetables. You got to have the protein. You got to have the other stuff. I'm looking at Cooper Cup season because that's exactly what I'm thinking. I don't know if the Rams win that Super Bowl. Again, the only team on the top 10 list of all-time leaders in single-season receiving yards, one player in the Super Bowl era has even gone to a Super Bowl and then won one. There's players on this list with losing records. There's players, Calvin Johnson's one of them. There are players on this list whose teams didn't make the playoffs, whose teams went out in the wild card round. And then you have Cooper Cup. I don't know if the 2021 Rams win a Super Bowl without Cooper's season.
They don't.
But they needed other things to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they don't win without.
Exactly your point.
They don't win without him.
Yeah, exactly the point you were making. I think it's perfect.
You also have Aaron Darnold over there as well. You got Matthew Stafford. You got Sean McVay.
I think you had Leonard Floyd with like a resurgence.
You did have Leonard Floyd over there as well. You had some dudes. There's someone always has to lead the charge. Someone has to have those performances that put you over the top. And I think that's what the wideout can be. It can be the piece that puts you over the top. It's not the piece that is the foundation of what you're doing, though. You put together a season like Cooper Kupp did, man, winning the Triple Crown, combined with that defense, with that quarterback, with that coach, and that whole staff over there. Yeah, it can put you over the top. Calvin Johnson shows you too. You can have all of that, and it's just there. It's just fun to watch. You know, it's frustrating for me as a receiver too, because I realize how hard the position is and how dependent it is. Like the fact that the receiver is dependent on the offensive line to block, the quarterback to snap it, the right coverage, it makes sense that it's just a spice. It's just an ingredient. It's not the main thing. Now, if you have an offensive line, a quarterback makes good decisions, a defensive line, those are always going to be the foundations to football teams. And we can get caught up in the flashiness of the spice or the caramel on top of the ice cream. You know, it looks good. It makes it sweet. It makes it good. But it's never the foundation to a team.
I just thought it was interesting. Again, like, luckily for the Seahawks, they have a very good team. And they have a very complete team. And they have a team whose defense is better than most of the teams on this list for all-time records. But I think it's interesting that if JSN is able to even get top 10, so he would have to get, let me see, if he finishes with... let's say 1750.
Easy.
Top 8.
Easy.
He'd be, depending on how far he goes, maybe the second. If they get to a Super Bowl, it'd be the second time ever that a top 10 finish. And I'm talking receivers getting almost 2,000 yards, over 1,800 yards. And their team, like, he can't stop an opposing offense.
Nah.
He can't. And rarely do these guys. Calvin Johnson had 5 touchdowns that year.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't always strongly correlate with scoring. It's just an absolutely insane season. And I don't know. I think what I started to wonder is like, okay, well, what gets a team there? And then, oh, God. And then you're getting to Mike Salk, as you mentioned. It hates you as a wideout to say this. You're getting to Mike Salk going, fairly, should you pay wide receivers?
Yeah.
Look at all these incredible seasons, and you've got one Super Bowl appearance. I mean, win, but like even an appearance, just one.
Yeah. But it's also different, too, because the game is changing as well.
Yes.
The game is completely different. It's more wide open. Offenses are doing more things to manipulate defenses and get these wide receivers open. I guarantee you, every contender in the NFL right now has their guy. They have their wideout. Right? Let's start with the Patriots. You got Diggs over there. He's going to lead the charge. Philly, you got 2 of them things over there, in Devontae and AJ, who else a contender? The Lions, you got Amon-Ra. But those things are also combined with some other things. Mm-hmm. And someone says, well, Jason has led these teams to wins. For sure. So Jason has led these teams to wins, but there's something that we feel still needs to happen for them to win a Super Bowl. It ain't JSN continuing the ball. Yeah, that's part of it. But we're still looking at run game. Can Sam Darnold not turn the football over? Can this defense be solid when it's time to be solid? No one's looking at JSN and saying, man, if he does not break this record, this team has no chance of winning. No, he can be the wind, but the sail on the boat is going to be that offensive line, defensive line, quarterback decision making. Mm-hmm. It's such a hard thing to explain because the numbers are suggesting that, but the game has changed, and we're seeing JSN be kind of a unicorn or something, you know. And every now and then, the unicorns come in and shake things up.
Yeah,
they do some things that we've never seen before.
Unicorn.
Love unicorns, but traditionally, we know how these games or how teams win ball games. Philly had the best defense, one of the best defenses in the game last year, and one of the best run games in the world last year.
Yep.
That's how it goes.
Someone said, I think what you're talking about is really just statistics and probability. If you take the 10 best seasons by a receiver in the history of the NFL and one of those won the Super Bowl, that means 1 in 10 teams with that kind of receiver wins a Super Bowl. I don't think so. I wouldn't extract it to that. But also, to your point, listener, about probability, it's incredibly difficult to win a Super Bowl. Barry Sanders has a top 5, I think 5 or 6 rushing season all time. The Detroit Lions have never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That didn't mean much. But I do think it's interesting that the Lions, I can't tell tell me if this is pointless. I think it's interesting that like the 3 top rushing seasons, single season for a running back, were winning records.
Mm-hmm.
And that Calvin Johnson had an incredible season on a team that had like 4 wins. I think that running the ball, either you're running because you're already ahead, so there's other context there, but it feels like it can be more impactful in terms of whether or not your team actually has a winning season. Like it's a little bit less, it's more meat and potatoes than it is caramel drizzle on ice cream is what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. It's an interesting conversation.
Yeah, right? I don't know where it's going. Where are we going?
We'll know like another 10 years from now. Look back at the game and how it's being played now and see if the receiver impact has changed the way we view some of these numbers and some of these teams. But everybody wants, come on. You know you want a number 1 receiver. You know you want a JSN.
Yes.
You want a Justin Jefferson, a Jamar Chase. But the foundation to a team are the bigs and the quarterback. Somebody texted in something that's kind of dope. I didn't even realize this. Stafford being, this is from Bryant, Stafford being QB for Puka, Megatron, and Cup is insane.
Ooh, that's a really good point.
That's a good one.
That's a great point. Someone said, Stacy, is your argument you'd rather have a receiver with less yards? No, of course not. I think I was challenging my own memory of some of these seasons. And I was thinking like, honestly, this was prompted by Brock comparing it to Cal. And I was thinking about the impact in different sports with different records that are set. That some records can be absolutely amazing, but are just frankly more impactful than other records. Anything tied to goals, to actual scoring plays, are obviously more impactful records. So what do you do when it's yards, right? And so that led me down the rabbit hole of looking up the top single-season leaders in receiving yards.
Let's do an exercise real
and
quick.
I thought that like maybe 3, 4 would have been more successful, but only one of them.
Can you pull up a list of Super Bowl champions, like say like the past 10 years?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go to 2018. Let's go to 2018.
Okay.
All right, who won the Super Bowl in 2018?
That would have been the Patriots over the Rams. Let me actually get it in front of me. No, that was 52. Eagles over Patriots.
Eagles over Patriots. The Eagles had the 16th leading receiver in the game, and it was Zach Ertz with 1,100 yards. Who won it in 19?
So 2018 season.
Okay, all right, so let me. All right,
Okay,
so
yeah,
who'd
yeah,
you say it was? It was the Eagles?
Yeah.
All right,
so
Eagles.
the 2017 season was the Eagles. 2018 season was the Patriots over the Rams.
All right, 2017 Eagles. They ain't got nobody in the top 30.
That's crazy.
All right, 2018 season, 2019
Was the Patriots beating the Rams and
Patriots
like the most
beating the
boring
Rams.
Super Bowl ever to exist. And that was an amazing Rams team that had a top rusher. So that kind of
Rams had 2 1,200-yard receivers in that one. 2019
so
season.
you already know Chiefs over the 49ers.
Chiefs had the number 4 receiver in the game.
Yeah. 2020, Tom Brady goes to Tampa Bay. Now Godwin and Evans beating the Kansas City Chiefs, but I would argue, in addition to Tom Brady having an amazing season, threw over 5,000 yards, that
defense was crazy.
Was by far the best defense remaining in the playoffs by the time it got to like the divisional round.
Mike Evans, their leading receiver, 22nd in the NFL.
I mean, look, I fear that for you and the receiver,
It's got to be
brethren,
real. It's got to be
you
real.
got to be honest with yourself.
Got to be real.
They're
It's not
slightly less impactful as a player.
It's not a
than,
necessity to have a receiver do what he's doing, but it could be something that keeps you relevant throughout a season while you're trying to fix some things. Because we can't deny, if JSN does not have the season he's having, this team is not 8-3.
No, that's okay. I want to ask you that though, so let's stay with that plan. I don't want this segment to be me getting into the car saying let's go to on an adventure and then end up trashing JSN having this historic season that's been so fun to watch. What I've settled on is like wide receivers, a single season receiving yard leader can be less impactful than like a clear rushing touchdowns leader is obviously more impactful. What can this team do because JSN's having the season that they wouldn't be able to do without him? Or like, what is JSN having this season? What has it meant to the team? You say, I don't think they'd be 8-3 without
All
it.
right.
Then why?
Let's stick with the Cal analogy.
Okay.
All right. Cal carried this team and got them to the offs, right? 1 game away. What kept them from going to the next?
Pitching.
Exactly.
Back of the lineup.
Pitching is like equivalent to linemen and quarterbacks, right? So your star can only do so much, right? Unless we're talking golf where it's all by yourself, or basketball where one man can take over the game. Yeah, Cal got you there, but now he's looking to his left and right saying, all right, I need some help. That's where JSN comes in. He can get you there to a certain spot, and then it's like, I need some help. That's why I love team sports, is because it's not just one guy in most team sports. Connor McDavid is the best hockey player I've ever seen. A lot of my hockey buddies say he might be the best ever, over Wayne Gretzky, over all the greats. His team ain't even first in the division right now. You know why? Because there's 3 lines in hockey. He's off the ice at some time. Everyone else needs to chip in. So I think that these performances are just indicative to showing that you need help. No one man can do this all by himself. One man can win you some matchups, can win you a couple games, but championships, man, you need that Thanksgiving meal. Greens, peas, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ham, you need all that stuff. You name it.
I love this conversation. We're going to get to headline rewrites, but now we've got people going, when you think about it, players with the most goals in NHL history has 1 cup. What I'll also say, not the quarterback with the most MVPs, but there are just little stats that I love to think about. Aaron Rodgers, 4-time MVP. He's going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks of all time. He's already top 10 in career passing yards. He's going to have 1 Super Bowl. I'm sorry to crush the Steelers' hopes this year. My apologies. Might be premature of me. I just think that there's certain things where it's like, on the one hand, you're chasing history, and you're always chasing history, and you have to stop as a sports fan and step back and recognize when you're seeing history. It's one thing for me to have watched Cal season, to watch what JSN might do. It's another thing for me to read about something that happened before I was born. It hits different. It's really cool when you have emotion and memories tied to something. So you have to remember to stop and watch it. I think you also have to remind yourself of
appreciate
what matters to win that season, right? How do you simultaneously live in the moment and talk about what the Seahawks need to do and also appreciate what you're seeing? And yeah, it's just so much history has been set by teams still searching. I hope that JSN gets a top 5 finish, maybe even sets a new record and becomes just the second player ever, with, quite ironically, the only player to do it being his teammate.
Yeah.
That would be a cool bit of history.
Be great. And correction, thanks 253. Hockey 4 lines, not 3. 4 lines. Even harder. Connor McDavid, best in the world. Team is garbage right now.
Let's go to a very, very fast headline rewrites.
Extra, read all about it. Headline rewrites.
We must make headlines.
The real story behind the headlines in today's news with Bump and Stacy.
The Raiders have fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly following yesterday's loss to the Browns. What's the real headline?
They're just chipping away at the Raiders coaching staff.
Chipping away.
Is Pete done?
Yeah, he's done, man. It's unfortunate. I hate this for him. I hate this for football. I wish he would have gone out on top, man. And I think, at this point, what's the best role for Pete in football? Because I think Pete should always be connected to the NFL. He's one of those guys that should be an ambassador and somehow still mentoring and helping programs build. I don't know what it is at this point, man, because I feel like with this year, his reputation in the short term is going to take such a hit. Like, he only did it because of this. And I'm telling you, the way people talk about Pete when I'm out in public.
What?
And I'm talking about you and I.
I'll fight them.
They talk about Pete as if he is this washed up. And this is when I'm at a random spot and someone's coming up to me and giving me their opinion or whatnot. And I say 3 out of 4 are like, yeah, man, this is going to hurt his legacy.
I mean, I think the fact that the Raiders were so bad before him going there and that very clearly just are a bad organization. And what's interesting is the Raiders didn't hire Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll's never purported to be anything other than what he is. Pete Carroll's never advertised himself as like, watch out, I'm this brilliant offensive play caller, and then his plans have fallen apart. He's advertised himself as a culture builder, and it's hard to build up a culture from the ground up in general, but especially when there's already kind of a fractured or broken culture there. I think Pete Carroll still has a lot of value. I don't think he's staying in Vegas either. I think that he's done in Vegas, but I think Pete Carroll's best value has always been in the intangible parts of coaching, getting buy-in, building up a culture, building up excitement, and doing it to people who were really, really smart and maybe had to, communicating with people on all different types of ability to buy in. I'm getting really convoluted with what I'm saying, but I'm thinking about all the different people and voices and personalities that he all got to buy in equally here in Seattle, and I just think it's so impressive. I don't know. I've listened to his lectures when he's been, when he teaches classes about competition and buy-in and all these things. It's really interesting. He's really got cool insight there. Mm-hmm. Does that win the Raiders games in 2026? I don't think so.
Personnel wins games.
I know. Let's go ahead and scrap the rest. It's a Reaction Monday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Coming up next, what caught our eye from Week 12.
The one and only Mark Schlereth with Wyman and Bob.
Despite the fact Darnold played as bad a game as maybe he's played in years, they were within a field goal of winning.
That's one of those you walk away from and you look at Sam Darnold and say, hey, dude, you don't have to prove anything to us. You don't got anything to prove. You have earned it. You are really playing great football. You just got to clean up those mistakes, and you don't have anything to prove to your organization.
On Seattle Sports, on YouTube, and the Seattle Sports app.
When I was playing ball, November was always such a pivotal time because that's when you truly see whether your team is a contender or a pretender. Many teams enter the month with a chance to win a championship, and what they do these next 4 weeks makes all the difference. Michael Bumpus here, and even though my playing days are over, November can still mean big wins at Silver Reef Casino Hotel. All you have to do is claim your free entry at any promo kiosk. Every Saturday in November at Silver Reef, 2 winners are drawn every hour starting at 6 p.m. to score huge prizes. Someone's going to win a Hawaii vacation, an awesome outdoor grill, or $10,000 cash. Here's what you have to do this weekend. Book a stay at Silver Reef Casino Hotel, watch the college football games on Saturday, and stick around to see if you walk away with a big-time prize or cash money. Entry is free. For more information, visit silverreefcasino.com/promotions. Book your stay at Silver Reef Casino Hotel. Drive up I-5, exit 260.
Hi, I'm Justin Shirley. We offer 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 24 months on new roofs. Call 866-ROOF-ROOF now. State Roofing and Exteriors. Held to a higher standard since 1968.
Coach Saban here. On the field or on your walls, coverage matters. That's why I go with Behr Marquee Interior Paint and Primer from the Home Depot.
Exceptional hide, advanced stain blocking, and over 1,000 colors to choose from. Behr Marquee delivers one-coat coverage that stands up to real life. One-coat coverage, no overtime. Behr Marquee, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Valid only when tinted to colors from the Behr Marquee Interior One-Coat Hide Collection.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel? I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture. And then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay, plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
I started Davis Law Group in 1994 to fight for the underdog. And as our team has grown, we've stayed true to that mission. Today, Davis Law Group is known for providing excellent service and even better results. Visit WashingtonAccidentBooks.com to get your free book on car accident law.
Want more Seahawks content? Join me, G. Scott, on The Reset. New episodes of the podcast every Monday and Thursday on YouTube or on the Seattle Sports app.
Mike Rowe here with another random fact. Those cracks on your walls aren't just cosmetic. They could mean your home is sinking. Whether it's drywall cracks, exterior cracks, or sticking doors or windows, do yourself a favor. Call Groundworks. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to stabilize your foundation. Schedule a free inspection with Groundworks, the foundation and waterproofing experts.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for detail.
The best time of the year is here. Toyotathon. Toyota of Kirkland and Toyota of Renton are providing you with the largest savings and the widest selection of inventory on Toyota favorites like Tacomas and Tundras, the Gas RAV4, the Hybrid RAV4, and the Hybrid Camry. It's Toyotathon at TOK and TOR. That's ToyotaofKirkland.com and ToyotaofRenton.com. Whether you're in the north or the south, they got you covered. Get a test drive, meet the wonderful staff, get a new car. It's Toyotathon, people. Come on.
O'Brien. Are your investment dollars working as hard as they should be? You've spent years building your future. Don't let outdated advice put it at risk. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. We're a veteran-owned firm proud to bring a new standard of financial care to the Seattle area. Our nationally recognized advisors are fiduciaries, ethically bound to put your interests first. That's the highest standard of care in the industry. As a privately held company, we answer to you, our valued clients, not shareholders. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a customized plan. From Bellevue to Tacoma, get advice you can count on. It's time to take a fresh look at your financial plan. Call Trajan Wealth, 206-466-3300. That's 206-466-3300. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Coming up at 1 p.m., opening up the phone line and taking your calls. Your question is, I love a theme, and you guys know this. What do Seattle sports fans have to be thankful for this year? Easy. If you say me, that's okay. I understand. Your number is going to be 866-979-3776. Think about what, as a Seattle sports fan, you are most thankful for this year. That's coming up at 1. Right now, it's time to see what caught our eye in Week 12. Bump, get us started.
What caught me's ojos? I mean, come on, man. No, I got to start with JSN.
Of course.
Got to start off with JSN. He now has 7 games this season with over 100, with at least 100 yards. He's got every game this season, the first player to do it in Super Bowl era, where he has at least 75 yards. He is the most explosive receiver in the game when it comes to the big plays. So receptions over 20 yards. He's got 21 of those things. This dude is just, and he makes it look so easy and smooth. I'm gonna do a video, make it make sense after work today, and I'm gonna make it make sense. Like, how is this dude doing it? How are they doing it?
I would like to know.
It's
don't tell opposing defenses.
I won't tell them. I'm sure they have ideas too. It doesn't. It has a lot to do with his ability, but it has a lot to do with the scheme as well, and it has a lot to do with Sam Darnold's trust in that guy. Because there's some throws that he makes to JSN where JSN has a defender on his pocket, on his hip, yet he still makes a throw because he feels that JSN is going to create separation at the last second and catch the football. So first thing that caught my eye was, of course, man, we were hoping. Was that a Bold Take Friday or a question? Like, is he going to go for 150 something and get the record?
Oh my God, it was. Yes, someone said that he was, and someone said he'd do it in the first half. Oh my God, I think they were pretty close. To being right. They were. Did he do it before the first half?
Nah. He had like 90 something at halftime. I think.
Okay, someone said he's going to get the 158 that he needs in the first half, and I said that's when you said they had the same one as you, and you said that's stupid. That's crazy. That's irresponsible.
Yeah, but I think we were all on board. It might have been Hype Train. We were all on board that he was going to get it done, though. So, yeah, easy. First one, Jason.
Just absolutely an amazing season. And again, setting that record, a new franchise record, 6 games left to play. 6 games left.
6 games left. He's
over
averaging
1,300 yards.
119.4 a game.
I mean, there was a point in that game when he was averaging 63 yards a reception. What's next? Okay, can I know that I sound like a negative Nelly, and I'm sorry. But I bring this up.
Negative Nelly? Who says that?
Start with a negative, also because I want you to talk about it.
Okay.
And I apologize. I know that they won, but yes, what caught my eye was this specific drive in the red zone. So in the second quarter, this drive starts at 8:48. 2nd and 9, you pick up a first down with an 11-yard pass to JSN. 1st and 10, Walker picks up 4 yards. That's a perfectly acceptable gain on first down for me. 2nd and 6, a 5-yard pass to Walker. That was that nice little check down that you talked about earlier. Great. Awesome. You've got 20 yards of offense here. They do not gain any more offense on the rest of this drive. There are still 6 plays here. So they get to 3rd and 1, neutral zone, where they get some yardage, so Tennessee gives them yardage. 1 and 2, you're in the red zone. You're deep in the red zone. You get a loss of 4 from Walker. Incomplete. Penalty for a delay of game, not your first. Incomplete. And then a field goal on 4th and 11. You went from 1 and 2 to 4th and 11, and you ended that entire drive with 15 yards of offense. At one point, you had 20. You had 20 yards 6 plays ago. You lost offense after that. So a win's a win. This offense is one of the best in football. I will stand by that. They are a top 5 scoring offense for a reason. They still dropped 30 in this game. But this series I circled, and I said, red zone, sad face.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I don't know what to say with that.
I aced it.
I don't know what to say
I
with
didn't know
that.
if you had some answers.
No,
or if you could be, you know what? I wanted you to answer for it.
Answer
I wanted you
why?
to be held accountable.
Why? Hold me accountable.
Yeah, tell me why this happened. Okay, what's next?
All right. What caught me so host is there's no number to really describe what this is, but seeing K9 just get downhill, seeing him have the explosive runs, seeing him look like he's fluid in the game, seeing him create these big plays was fun. And he had a big play in the pass game, had a 29-yard reception, 15-yard run, 11-yard run. It's starting to feel like he found himself again, and the offense plays value on K9 again. He has to back it up. It's weird because I'm talking about him as if he rushed for 150 yards. He rushed for 71 yards and had maybe 30-something yards receiving.
But did it with heart.
But he did it with efficiency. There were plays that I felt like he would have tried to bounce and got negative, to where I see, no, I'm going to fall forward for 2 or 3 yards right here. It's the little things that keep the offense rolling, and seeing him not have to go for the home run every single time, I think was great, because a home run's going to happen eventually.
Is there a narrative or an assumption about Ken Walker that you don't agree with, like that you've heard someone say where you go, that's not what I see?
I think
or people
most
write
of the
on and
critiques
saying,
are like, yeah,
fair.
He doesn't give the run a chance. He's looking for the home run because he has it in him. He knows he can do it.
Yeah.
He's shown he can do it. So I think people are pretty spot on for the most part. I'm going to go back and check out his pass pro and see how much better he's gotten there.
Okay, next up. Instead of what caught my eye, what caught my ear in the third quarter, 1:18 left, almost into the fourth, 1st and 10, a 12-yard pass to Cooper Kupp. You know what I heard out at Nissan Stadium? Not boos from Titans fans, not quiet, but chants of Coop from Seahawks fans, audible on the broadcast. I do not travel for games. Audible on the broadcast. And I said, oh, there are many Seahawks fans. You could kind of see it on the broadcast, but not really. But then Mike Macdonald mentioned during Brock and Salk, he was so blown away by the fan attendance and the fan noise and the fan interaction. Like, this is on the other side of the country. He couldn't believe it. And that he wants to give them a shout out, fans, later today at the start of his press conference.
Yo, it ain't easy to get to Tennessee.
Right?
But I've heard once you get there, it's a heck of a time.
I've heard it's a great
Still on my bucket
city.
list, man. Still got to go to Nashville.
We got to get ourselves invited to like a bachelorette party. We're with the bride.
AKA Cashville, Tennessee, as Young Buck used to call it back in the day. You remember Young Buck?
Yeah.
From
What
G-Unit?
song did he? Oh, I remember G-Unit. Now, were he and Young Buck friends?
What? Young Buck is the rapper. He was part of G-Unit.
So G-Unit's the group.
G-Unit, Lloyd,
I thought G-Unit was one individual,
and 50.
but G-Unit.
Lloyd Banks,
Right.
Young Buck,
Okay.
and 50 is G-Unit.
Who's G-Unit?
That's the group.
I thought Oh! I
You get
thought
it now?
I thought G-Unit was one man, and that G-Unit and 50 were friends and then had a falling out.
They did have a falling out,
Mm,
but they were all one group.
I see. So all together they were G-Unit.
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Shorty wanna ride with me? I see you, 14.5.
Yes, that's a great song. I love that
Now,
one.
that was Young Buck on his own.
Wow. So all of them, all of them went off and did some different things.
They did.
Curtis, aka 50, has become incredibly wealthy. On his own. Like he's kind of like a Jessica Alba, Jessica Simpson, in that all of them had careers that we like saw, but then had behind the scenes stuff that made them millions and millions of dollars as
Vitamin
producers.
water.
Or that's what I'm saying. Like they all went on to have businesses completely different from music or acting that were incredibly successful.
Yeah. It's true entrepreneurs right there.
Yeah.
Glad I could help you out with the G-Unit.
Then who's G-Unit?
It's the group.
I know that now, but like, who did I think this? I thought this was a man. I really did think he was a human individual.
Well, I'm glad we cleared that up
This is-
20 years later.
Yeah. Wow, I hope I've never mentioned that in conversation before. Certainly not in front of people. That's good. Do you have another one? Otherwise, I'm going to go to the text line.
Sure, go text line.
Okay. We had a couple other people saying, someone said they said there were a lot of us. They said there were a lot of Seahawks fans at the Jags game as well. Shout out to Seahawks fans,
They
man.
travel well, man. For not like a blue blood, organization, for not being the Steelers or the Cowboys or even the Giants or whatnot. It's they travel, man.
I do want to say to the 253, they're misunderstanding my own background here. They said she's referring to the rapper The Game. No, I know what I'm referring to. I 100% thought that G-Unit was a person.
No. And Moses in Walla Walla reminded me, Tony Yaya was part of that too. He was just in jail, so he was like in and out,
Oh, but you can never forget your friends in jail, so he's still included. You know what I mean?
Stacy be dropping money on the commissary all the time.
All
She
the
knows
time.
all about this.
All the time. Go see my cousins. Join us throughout the day on Wednesday for our Mariners Thanksgiving special. We're dedicating 1 hour of each show to celebrating the 2025 AL West champions and previewing the 2026 campaign. Interviews with Jerry DePoto, Justin Hollander, and Dan Wilson, as well as broadcasters and executives. If you miss anything, find the interviews on our YouTube page or via the Seattle Sports app. Okay, don't forget, coming up at 1 p.m., what do Seattle sports fans have to be thankful for this year? And coming up next, a look around the NFL.
The Mike Macdonald Show, the morning after every Seahawks game at 9:30 with Brock and Salk.
What impressed you yesterday? What impressed you with your team? We had a really good feeling going into the game that it was going to be an eat game, really, in all three phases. So when we talk about eat, it's really how you finish plays, a lot of those hidden yardages that we needed to go in our favor. And defensively, we did that a good bit to get into second and long. Offensively, I thought we finished runs going forward, which is a positive. There's a couple we got to get cleaned up.
Get the podcast on the Seattle Sports app.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our client's portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, well, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. And for the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony. And you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6, 7, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
This is the home of the Seahawks.
Going to let one fly deep. Got a man out there. Ball is caught down at the 10-yard line, and it's JSN.
Seattle Sports.
Sometimes we hang on to our old attorneys and coaches too long. They've been around, they've done good work. But when the legal game changes, you need a team that is hungry to win now. At Bible Law Group, we're that faster, hard-hitting legal team, ready to fight for every inch in the courtroom. With over 40 million closed for our clients, we know how to win, and we're ready to take on the biggest legal case of your career with you. Don't stick with a playbook that's gone stale. Switch to the legal team that's ready to win now. Let Bible Law Group be your linebacker in the courtroom. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
Dave Wyman here, joined by a very special guest, Dr. Daniel Landis, a multiple-time recipient of the Seattle Top Doctor Award. He's on the Swedish CyberKnife team treating prostate cancer and accepting new patients. Dr. Landis, how does CyberKnife compare to other prostate cancer treatments?
So one of the advantages of the CyberKnife platform is that the treatment can be concluded in just 5 days, as opposed to other treatments that require anywhere from 26 to 42 days of radiation.
How do patients feel about their experience?
Patients overall tell me that their experience was really amazing. They had minimal disruption of their lives. They didn't have to take time off work. And they tell me it's like Star Trek, where you push a button and the cancer can go away.
That really is amazing. It's almost too good to be true. If you, a friend, or a family member is diagnosed with prostate cancer, consider treatment with Swedish CyberKnife. Go to swedish.org/CyberKnifeProstate. Treat prostate cancer with Swedish CyberKnife.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Taking a look around the NFL, we are going to start with news out of Vegas. This actually broke yesterday, but we'll spend a little time on it with some new sound from Pete Carroll. The Raiders fired offensive coordinator Chip Kelly on Sunday night, making the move just 11 games into his first season with the organization. Kelly's firing came after a 24-10 loss to the Cleveland Browns. Shedeur Sanders' first win. That was on Sunday and dropped the Raiders to 2-9 on the season. Pete Carroll said in a statement released by the team, "I spoke with Chip Kelly earlier this evening and informed him of his release as offensive coordinator of the Raiders. I would like to thank Chip for his service and wish him all the best in the future." Carroll did not name, as of yesterday, a new coordinator. I haven't seen anything about it yet. Here's a bit more from Pete Carroll postgame.
I haven't been in the situation, so I thought, well, maybe I could have something to do with avoiding this, so we're going to keep doing what we know how to do, and that's to keep grinding. This team, just in the locker room right there, they ain't giving up on each other, and I'm not giving up on them, and they're not giving up on me, I hope, and we're going to keep battling and work our ass off just the way we know how to do, and that's really what you do, and try to make the right decisions and the right choices with the personnel and all of that as best we can, and in our world, they got to show it. And that they compete to show it, and that's always been the way, and we won't change that.
That was him when asked whether the rebuild in Vegas has been harder than he expected. But Bump, take a listen to this one too. I'm going to combine it. He's asked about Geno in particular, his inability to hit the deep ball this year.
Uncharacteristic misses there, because there was like 3 of them when Trey got behind him, and we had some real shots and opportunities, and he did have a chance to get the ball out and clean and all that. We need to hook those up, and there's no doubt. Trey ran as hard as he could, and he got open. He was behind him. He's got to put the ball on him. Those would have been plays that could have saved us on a day when we're struggling, on other downs. And that was really unfortunate, because we really did have the right opportunities there for us.
I don't even know what to ask you out of this. What do you make of Pete's tenure in Vegas? What's gone wrong, and what was expected by you?
I expected this. I expected them to struggle. I didn't expect Geno to look that bad.
I didn't either.
I expected them to struggle, but to feel like Geno just needs more help. And things ain't good, man. Geno running off the field, flipping the bird to Raiders fans and stuff. Pete Carroll firing Chip. This is man, I knew it was going to be tough. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. It could be hard, you're losing ball games, but it could look and feel different. This just feels like a dumpster fire over there. Even in Pete's voice, he sounds defeated a bit. It's not the way I want my man to go out.
You know what I wonder if part of it, I'm sure that Raiders fans saw all the flaws with this team, but from the outside looking in, I think people looked at this team and they went, Aiden O'Connell doesn't inspire a lot of confidence. You've got Brock Bowers. You just drafted Ashton Genty. You've got Max Crosby. The problem's quarterback. And if you upgrade that with Geno, problem solved. Like, I think that people thought not that Geno would be the piece to like plug in and take them to a championship, but that quarterback was part of the reason they looked so god awful last year. And instead, quarterback is part of the reason this year, but so too is everything else that sucked last year.
Yeah, it's all bad over there, man.
Yeah.
It takes more than a year, a quarterback, and a head coach to try to fix things.
On Friday, in a locker room media scrum, Jameis Winston, Giants quarterback, called out a reporter for not listening.
Jameis, now that you know you're starting on Sunday, is there any cramming that has to be done for you to be ready, or are you just
not listening to me like talk this entire time?
I know you've been preparing to play.
You literally just ignored everything that I just said. Pressure is for the unprepared. Okay, I am ready every single week.
Will your Friday be
play.
exactly the same as it was last week?
I mean, if you don't ask me questions that everyone else has asked me, and I can get my massage in, and get my needles, I actually will be right on time for it.
I actually thought he handled being annoyed. It doesn't come off as abrasive. It comes off still likable.
Yeah, he's like,
He
come
is
on, man.
annoyed.
Hey, pay attention.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Sometimes reporters can kind of zone out during when questions are being answered if they didn't ask the question.
I've done it.
Yeah, I've done it too. That's probably what happened right there. And Jameis let him down softly.
One time when I was a first-year reporter, I just wanted to rip the Band-Aid off and ask a question at a press conference, and I hadn't done it all year long, so I thought of the question that I was going to ask so that I'd be perfectly prepared. But then someone asked the question right before I did, but then I didn't know what to do, so I just asked Pete Carroll the exact same question, phrased slightly differently, and he answered it. It was very gracious.
Oh, that's nice of him.
But I just was like, what do I do here? Because you kind of like, hey, you, and then you're like, well, now I have to ask, what do I do? What do I do? Oh my God, I told my sister yesterday, speaking of being nervous, they had some neighbors that were playing karaoke very, very loud at 3 in the morning. And so they went over to be like, hey, can you...
3 in the morning?
3 in the morning, 3 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. And I said, if I were you, I would have lied to be like, oh, we have some kids that are asleep. Like, I just wouldn't have been able to stare them in the face and go like, can you turn your music down?
Tone it
Stop
down.
having fun.
Tone it down.
Stop it. Next up, Tampa Bay Buccaneers quarterback Baker Mayfield suffered a left shoulder sprain in Sunday night's 34-7 loss to the Rams and did not play in the second half. One source told Adam Schefter the Buccaneers are not ruling out Baker for Sunday's game against the Cardinals.
It's your best bet. Who's the backup over there? I don't know who it is, but it ain't Baker Mayfield.
Came into the game and I genuinely couldn't tell. Like, I watched the game and I genuinely couldn't tell you.
Man, I got buddies, obviously, who are in L.A., and they're FaceTiming me during the game. Maybe off of a few apple juices, and they are just talking crap. Y'all can't handle us, blah, 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 blah. And they're in that phase where nothing I said is going to matter. So I just let them live. The backup is Teddy Bridgewater. How did we not?
Oh, yeah.
How did we not do that?
Shame on us.
Shame on us. Sorry,
let's talk about a game that's going to be on tonight. I want you to make a prediction. Panthers are going to face the 49ers in San Francisco. McCaffrey will face his original team for the first time. I didn't realize this. The first time since Carolina traded him.
Niners going to win this one.
Yeah. Is it going to be close, or is it going to be like, I thought the Bucs could give the Rams a challenge, and there was nothing?
Vegas has a spread at 7.5.
So not particularly.
Over-under is 49. So I'm going to say the score is going to be 22. 24. It's a generic score. 24-17.
Last one here. The NFL acknowledged yesterday the Cowboys shouldn't have been flagged for roughing the kicker against Philadelphia. Still, the league is placing blame on Fox for not providing replay evidence quickly enough.
Hey, we couldn't do our job because of technology. It's up to you guys to help us do our job. Man.
He said, okay, so NFL Vice President of Instant Replay.
I saw
Mark
that before the
Butterworth,
replay.
Great name, said, we can use replay assist to pick up the flag when we have clear and obvious video evidence the player that committed the foul touched the ball prior to making contact, but TV showed an enhanced shot, which they can do. We don't have access to that enhanced shot until they show it, but by then it was too late.
Take your time then. Take your time. Slow down.
Trying to.
Don't be in a rush. Read the green. Make sure you have the right putt, right speed.
Oh, my God.
Come on, man.
Opening up the phone lines, and we're taking your calls, and you have a Thanksgiving-themed question here, and it should be pretty easy. I think it leaves it very open-ended. We can talk about a lot here. What do Seattle sports fans have to be thankful for this year? 866-979-3776. You are calling right now, and you are being as specific or broad as you want with this one. You can mention a player, a team, a moment, whatever. What do you have to be thankful for as a Seattle sports fan? That's next.
The Seahawks got it done on the road.
Gonna let it fly. Got a man, JSN. Makes the catch.
Bouncing back.
For a touchdown. Seahawks.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Jackson Smith and Jigba. Holy catfish.
Happy for JSN. He's doing an incredible job. Brings it every day.
But every opportunity he has to make a play, he's doing that.
It's just hard to guard him, bro. Like, he's just so efficient at what he do.
Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app, the home of the Seahawks.
Makita knows that pros never settle, and neither do we. With Makita, you get tools that perform at the highest level on every job without compromise. Makita is for the most detailed pros, expertly engineered to deliver precision, job after job. When your work calls for the best, call on Makita. Makita, built to be the best. Available at the Home Depot.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Join the stations of Bonneville, Seattle, and Treehouse for the 37th year of Holiday Magic, helping provide holiday gifts and year-long support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the 37 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476.
With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafeet from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey friends, Stacy here. If you've been thinking about a new Ford, I've got great news for you. Family owned and operated Wayscar Ford in Auburn is having their 103rd annual year-end holiday sales event. I just love a holiday sale. This year, all new Fords are priced at only $1 over factory invoice. And that's on the whole Ford lineup. That's correct. Every new Ford is priced at only $1 over factory invoice. That's before any rebates, customer cash, or low APR financing. Plus, they all come with a lifetime powertrain warranty included at no additional cost. Pressed for time? No problem. They'll deliver the vehicle to you. And at Wayscar Ford, you'll never be pressured, so you can purchase with confidence. Because every single vehicle that Wayscar Ford sells comes with a full 5-day or 500-mile, 100% money-back guarantee. So if you change your mind for any reason, bring the vehicle back for a full 100% refund. The $1 over factory invoice sale is going on right now. Check it out at wayscarford.com.
The stock market's on fire. AI stocks are performing at all-time levels. We hope you, like many of our investors, have taken advantage of it. A famous man once said, buy low, sell high. There's also $8 trillion of cash sitting on the sidelines. Investors are either scared or they don't know where to go. Hi, I'm Scott Rireka, CEO of Legacy Group Capital in Bellevue. Legacy Group Capital develops local real estate, lends money, and shares profit with our investors. We've been doing it for 19 years, averaging double-digit returns with zero investor losses. Diversify with Legacy Group Capital and invest in our family of funds. From a 3-year investment with double-digit returns to only a 90-day commitment returning 7%. We also accept IRAs. Find out why 1,300 local investors have invested over $350 million.
Legacy Group Capital at legacyg.com. This is not investment advice. Investments available to accredited investors only. Details at legacyg.com.
This is Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app.
KIRO AM Seattle. KIRO FM HD2 Tacoma. Home of the Seahawks, Mariners, and everything Seattle sports. Seattle Sports Snapshot.
The 49ers are taking on the Panthers tonight for Monday Night Football. The 49ers are a touchdown favorite, but Panthers quarterback Bryce Young is coming off the best game of his career. He set a franchise record for passing yards in a single game last week with 488 against the Falcons. Kickoff at 5:15.
Snapshot brought to you by Miller Lite. When it's game time, it's Miller time.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bump and Stacy
on Seattle Sports.
Streaming through the Seattle Sports app and at seattlesports.com.
Now, here are your hosts, Michael Bumpus and Stacy Ross.
Here we go now. What do Seattle sports fans have to be thankful for this year? Call 866-979-3776. Think about what you have to be thankful for this year. I know that this is kind of a themey caller segment, but with an expected win over a bad team, and then you're taking on a struggling Vikings team, I thought, well, maybe people will have more fun looking back on the year as opposed to, looking back at the Titans or looking ahead to the Vikings. We've been doing that for 3 hours now. So what are you most thankful for? For Seattle sports only, what do you think people have to be most thankful for this year? Call 866-979-3776. Call now. Let's go to Guadalupe calling from Florida. What do Seattle sports fans have to be thankful for?
Man, I think they got to be so thankful for Mike Macdonald right now. That is got to be the best hire that they made coming out of the Pete Carroll situation toward the end of his tenure there. I don't think we could have gone with a better head coach right now.
I agree with you. Thanks for the call. I like the answer for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I thought people would say something else, but I like starting with Mike Macdonald. And I always love a sliding doors moment, thinking back on, like, you interviewed Raheem. Oh God,
Raheem Morris?
Thank you, Raheem Morris. In Atlanta, he interviewed with you. We honestly really liked the sound of him and what he could do for a culture. Dan Quinn was well connected here. Like, there's alternate universes where either of those guys still with their teams and doing just fine, but on teams that are struggling a little bit more. There's a world where either of those guys are the head coach here in Seattle. I like what ended up happening.
Schneider got it right. He got this one right. And I wouldn't say it was a big risk because he's proven that. Actually, let me back up. I think John Schneider kind of went back into what he did with Pete Carroll and said, I'm going to go with a defensive guy, right? I need a guy who's all about defense, that's the formula here, and a guy who has shown that he can already do it on this level with that defense. So that was a great start. I think that the league has fallen in love with the offensive play caller. You know, the Kevin O'Connells, the Shanahans, the McVays. And naturally, because it's a more offensive game now than it's ever been. So what do you do to combat that? Just kind of like the same way that you look at one's personnel and say, okay, they're coming out in 10. I got to match it up this way. John looked at what the NFL is and said, all right, all these offenses are hot. Let me go get a young defensive guy to combat what's going on and shake things up a little bit.
Yeah, it's been absolutely amazing. We had Mina Kimes on, who said, like, look, he's not going to win Coach of the Year, but you have to give him credit for the monumental steps this defense has taken. And even though it's not necessarily part of what's taken into consideration when you're voting on Coach of the Year, when you combine it with the very quick turnaround he was able to do in Baltimore, which was the worst defense against the pass and one of the worst pass rushes before he got there, and he turned them into the number one defense against the pass and a defense that registered 60 sacks in a single season by year 2. What he's been able to do here, going from the worst run defense to, what are they, 2, 3, 4, top 5 against the run. And part of that's personnel and acquisitions you're making, but I have to think he's in lockstep with Schneider, right? Schneider has full control, but, like, you want to know what your head coach wants for his scheme and what he needs, and you want to give, you know, your employees or your coworkers, like, the tools that they need to succeed. I have to think he's got a say in those picks as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Opinion.
It definitely does. I mean, you don't bring over the artist and not equip him with all the necessary paint, you know, that he needs to paint that picture. You say, all right, what do you need? Water base, oil base? Like, what are you doing? What do you need? And then you give your 2 cents as well. So I think they've been a nice match so far.
Oh, someone said, did we interview Chip Kelly? I can't remember.
I don't remember. I
know he's an OC with the Jags, Grant Udinsky. I think he was interviewed. A couple other guys. Man, I'm trying to remember if Chip Kelly was ever interviewed. Good question.
I don't remember.
All right, let's go to Mike in Seattle. Mike, what do Seattle sports fans have to be thankful for this year?
I would have to say thankful that fans have Josh Naylor.
Yeah.
I mean, thank goodness for Josh Naylor. I mean, he's really brought that team around, and because of him, I mean, well, other players, we were like one game away from making it to the World Series.
Yeah, thanks for the call, Mike. Absolutely agree. Josh Naylor was also, like, if you were to find the sound of us talking ahead of the trade deadline, I was so much more focused on Geno than Josh, and we were like, why not both? That's great. Josh Naylor. I did not expect Josh Naylor to be swiping as many bags as he did when he got here, but also I didn't know a lot about him as a person, and he brought something. I don't know if it was an edge. I don't know if it was a deep competitiveness.
It's all that.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah, you do.
He has that dog in him.
You just said it.
He has that dog in him, and he brought it with him. You know what I mean? And released it when he got here, and it made a difference.
And released it. He brought the dog over on a flight on a kennel.
Yes.
Got the dog out the kennel.
That's right.
Got him acclimated,
Yep.
and then you say, you know what, let's open this gate and let him roam.
Yes.
Got you.
That's what he did.
Yeah.
Or like when you get a goldfish, but you aren't supposed to just dump the goldfish in the water into your tank. You're supposed to put the bag in the water.
Are you?
And let the yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, did you ever get goldfish before?
Never had goldfish, no.
Well, that's probably why you don't know that.
Hey, I would have dumped that thing in there so cool. Why? What's the difference?
I don't know. I'm telling you what I was told when I was younger. I had many fish. Okay. I had many pets. I'm an animal lover. Did a lot of them make it very long? No,
well,
but I
goldfish
tried.
Don't live long anyway, right?
Yeah, I tried really hard with all of them.
How long do goldfish live?
Mine didn't make it.
Of course, they didn't make it.
I was cycling through those things, let me tell you what. But I think you're supposed to put the bag in the water. I'm moving on. Scott in Cincinnati. Scott,
hold on.
What?
Wait, Scott.
Scott, hang on.
Scott, hold
What?
on. Okay, how long did your goldfish live?
Like maybe a month.
Goldfish can live for 10 to 15 years on average. Oh, snaps. All right, let's get to Scott. What the heck is going on? 20 to 30 years in a pond.
No.
Yes.
I had like 10 goldfish. There's no way. Are we positive? Scott, calling from Cincinnati. I'm sorry to interrupt. I just
She's shocked.
I'm feeling really bad now. I like have tears in my eyes. Like, what did I do?
Hey.
I'm a monster. Scott, what do you have to be thankful for this year as a Seattle sports fan?
Hey guys, first time caller, long time listener, and season ticket holder to the Seahawks.
Nice.
Club level. And
Let them know.
we lived, my wife and I. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we lived in Portland, Oregon for 22 years, and I bought tickets right when they built the stadium. So what's that, 2000? So 25 years season ticket holder, and I'm thankful for Paul Allen for having bought the team and the direction that it's taken henceforth, including the, Mike Holmgren was the coach when I bought tickets. Matt Hasselbeck, quarterback, Sean Alexander, that era, and then, for 25 years. So I think that was the direction. That's what I'm thankful for. Is I love the Seahawks. My kids live still out there in Portland, so they're the benefactors of the tickets, and we've kept ownership. But and I'm looking forward to going out there in January for a playoff game. So I'm going to fly out and see that. But I'm thankful for Paul Allen. I think that it's such a big factor having a strong ownership, strong coaching. Not to throw the Bengals under the bus, but it's the
feel free.
Yeah, it's a 180-degree opposite culture, in Seattle versus elsewhere in a lot of cities, and so that's what I'm thankful for, and I appreciate your show and your passion.
Thanks, Scott. I like the answer too. A nice step back look at not just think. My answer would be, for instance, like I'm thankful for the Mariners season this year. It was so fun, just from the perspective of covering a team. To experience it as a fan is very, very cool. To experience it covering, I learned so much, and so I'm really appreciative of that. I like Scott's step back of like, I'm living here in Cincinnati, and I'm appreciative of Seahawks ownership, starting with Paul Allen, not just like what that meant in terms of like the turn that the franchise made, but in what good ownership looks like. Really good.
Scott is why I encourage people all the time, especially the young kids that I train. I'm like, go talk to older people and just pick their brains and listen to their stories.
To someone who's seen, like, let me tell you what I saw when
listen,
this team
I
was
remember
purchased.
this, and this is my perspective. You might not agree with everything they're saying, but you get a perspective and maybe a different appreciation for stuff. So I think that was a great call because that's exactly what he gave us. He goes, everyone's going to talk about Naylor and Geno, which is fine. I love it. And this season and all that. Scott's like, hold on, let's go back, way back. Let me tell you what it was like being a season ticket holder.
I'm just like still thinking about the fish.
Hey, low key? And I had to check like several sources to make sure. I am positive.
Who has a goal? Has anyone in
10
their
to
life had a
15
fish?
years.
Matt, have you ever had a fish?
My sister had fish. They lived about as long as yours did.
Thank you.
Y'all on some stuff.
No, I have always been, ask anyone, the most careful, caring. I was like the model student, okay? Like the model child.
Okay, well, listen. Reddit is saying 2 to 3 years, so there you go.
I mean, I think a month.
A month.
I think a month, it's not that weird.
Your living conditions were
They have
harsh.
dead ones at the pet store.
Hey, your living conditions were harsh. You had them in the hood. In the hood. Water all hot.
No.
Not filtered.
Oh, what did I do? And you know what's bad is they saw me in that pet store all the time. And the fish were probably like, no, she's back. And I was like, this one will work. I can fix him. It will definitely work. Oh, that's devastating.
That's
I'm
all
really, I'm like,
All right.
I'm a little traumatized.
I'm sure you're not the only one.
No way.
And it's probably like the quality of fish you're
child.
getting to. If you're going to like the Evergreen State Fair and grabbing those fish, they probably got it rough.
Do you have any pets where you like don't know what happened to them?
Yeah, I remember having a hamster. Actually, I didn't
And
know
you're like,
what
what
happened to the hamster. He got loose. He crawled into the bottom of our couch, and we couldn't get him out, and he died in there.
So then his body was just kind of.
No, we got him out.
Oh, okay.
But
like as a.
Like, it was in there for like a day. And we're like, we can't get this dude out.
No, I like have memories of having a gerbil, and I'm like, what happened to it? Where'd it go? I had two different gerbils of two different eras, And I was like, what happened to those gerbils?
What happened?
Where did they go? That's why I know I got a good mom.
I know. I want to go get a fish tank now. I'm inspired.
Oh my God.
I'm going to save lives.
Let's both get fish and let's compete to see whose fish lives the longest.
Gotcha. I'm going to get an expensive fish, though, that I know can endure.
I'm going to get a real blue collar fish. A real
blue-collar
take
fish.
a lunch pail to work kind of fish. You know what I mean? I'm going to get a fish that's like of the people.
I got you.
I don't need to get an expensive fish. I don't need to use performance-enhancing drugs to get my fish to live longer. I know how to raise a fish.
Do you?
Yes.
All right.
Now I do. As an adult, it's going to be different this time,
All right.
okay? It's going to be different.
I believe you.
Matt, can I put Andrew through? Yes.
I think he's a liar, but yeah, you can.
Oh. Andrew, Matt says he thinks you're a liar. Why?
Oh, because I am thankful for this show.
Oh. It's just Matt being a hater.
Let me tell you why. Like, a number of years ago, there was a certain show on ESPN that featured a former football player and, like a journalist-type person. I thoroughly enjoyed that show. This show has that same vibe, but just focused on Seattle, and I absolutely love it. I do a lot of driving for my job, and, you guys keep me entertained. Let's bug and bump, on Wednesdays. I love that, what I need to know. I love that. You mix in the fun with the sports stuff, and you guys just do a really good job. So I'm thankful for you guys. You make my job that much easier.
Oh, Andrew, thanks. That means a ton.
Drew.
Seriously, thank you.
See, his name's Drew. We homies. It ain't Andrew. It's Drew.
No, it's us and Drew.
It's Drew.
Wait, what? Turn Andrew back up. Is he still there? Andrew, go ahead. Sorry, Drew, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm still here. I just don't bump that we're part of the, we're the bald brethren, we're the men of a certain delegation that are bald, we represent that. So,
Man,
yeah,
it
and
takes...
you played for the BC Lions, and I grew up in Vancouver.
Okay.
Until I got married and moved to the States. So, yeah, bless up to all you guys. Love y'all.
Oh, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that.
So now he's my cousin.
Yes.
Like we were
That's,
just homies. Now he's cousin Drew.
That's actually Drew's family.
Drew's family now. Drew's
Matt,
family.
I can't believe you said he's lying. Wait.
I don't trust it.
No, listen. When Andrew told you I'm thankful for this show, what did you say?
I think I scoffed and then I said, I think you're lying, but thank you.
That's so rude. Oh, God.
Though Matt is like part of the show,
Right?
He's still
Matt, you're insulting yourself.
Don't do that to yourself.
Yes, I am.
Don't do that. All right. It's a Reaction Monday powered by the Snoqualmie Casino and Hotel. Oh, can I, before we get to 4 Down Territory, I'm surprised no one called in and said Cal. Because my mind
Someone texted
immediately
in,
went, a couple people texted in Cal. My mind immediately went to the Mariners season. Actually, I'm grateful for a lot of things in Seattle this year. I am grateful for a busy trade deadline, for splash moves, for getting to a crazy Game 5 of the ALDS, and then a devastating, but still, oh my God, I can't believe I saw that, Game 7 of the ALCS.
Can I say something?
Mm-hmm.
I've always felt I talk in front of people all the time is what I do. Radio, TV, whatever, speaking engagements. I always get nervous on Thanksgiving when it's like, okay, everybody, what are you thankful for? I don't know. It makes me
like
feel
in front of your family?
Uncomfortable. Yeah.
What are you thankful for?
I don't know. Why are you doing it to me right now?
What are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for you, Stacy. That's
oh my
what,
God, my
that's
friend.
what she wanted. I got you. I'm thankful for Stacy.
I'm thankful for you, Bump, and I'm thankful for you, Matt, even though you hate us.
You shouldn't be.
Why do you know you love me and Bump? We make your day brighter, right?
I'm thankful that I'm not one of your goldfish.
Okay.
Facts.
First of all, no. I want to say one more thing. And then I'm going to say one more thing, and then we'll get to 4 Down Territory. I have always been, I spare no expense for my pets, okay? My goldfish got to eat whenever they wanted.
That's the problem. That's the problem. It's like you don't let kids eat whenever they want to eat. It's like, listen, we need a balanced diet. That's the problem right
Do you
there.
remember on Maury when they would have my kid has 10 pancakes in the morning, and then they'd bring out Maury was the most horrible. I can't believe I watched this every single day at 4 p.m.
Hey,
and that
fresh
was
home
me
from
with
school.
my kids. I was like, I make my fish 10 pancakes for breakfast because they're
that was
growing fish.
That was it.
What if that's what did it?
It is.
Well, you can never be too sure.
You can.
Well,
you know
you
what
don't
you
want
should
them to
do?
starve.
Read the back of the food that you're giving it, and it gives you the suggested amount.
That's just not how I do life. I don't really measure out spices or anything. I just go with a
go with my
dash.
gut.
I just go with my gut. I should go with it. Did I feed them? I can't remember. Let's do another dash here.
Oh
well, they
my
lived a
God.
good life. They lived like kings for a month.
Yeah. for
Okay?
a month.
Like kings.
At least they died full.
And you know
happy.
what? They were buried in a rose garden. All of them.
All 10 of them.
And maybe a few more. Let's get to four down territory.
This is
Four
four down territory. Going inside the game. What former Seahawks and Coug wide receiver Michael Bumpus.
First down. What was one of your favorite things about Sam Darnold's play yesterday?
Of course, no turnovers. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. Had 3 throws that could have been turnovers, but you know what? Someone texted in, and I liked it. They said, I looked at ESPN stats, and they don't have an almost turnover section. I go, thank you. I appreciate that. But it was that and his ability to take the check down. Check down to Barner for 13, Arroyo for 5, K9 for 5, Charbonnet for 9, another K9 for 29. It's around 60 yards in check downs. I like that he didn't force it for the most part. His interception, there was one that was just a horrible decision. Other 2, there were some things going on. But no, I was happy that no turnovers. He took the check down, and this was a mental health game for Sam. He got back. He made some tight throws, threw the ball with confidence. I don't care who it was against. We needed to see that. He needed to see that. So I was happy for him.
Second down. Who do you think had their best game of the year, even though the stats won't suggest it?
It's got to be K9. He's had games with better stats. He had 105 against Pitt's college. 86 against Arizona, 71. And this game, he had 71 against Tennessee. He runs a 15-11-19, and he had a catch of about 20-plus yards. He played 62% of the snaps. That's the most he's played all year. Before that, it was around like 50% of the snaps because he was sharing time with Zach Charbonnet. Charbonnet still scored a touchdown this week. It's all good. But he was running with more conviction, and his vision seemed on point. Like, he's giving the wide zone a chance, and he's cutting it back. He's getting the inside zone a chance. He's getting north-south. He's not trying to bounce everything outside. He's getting 2 or 3 yards on certain runs, and sometimes that's all you need. It was a very mature day for K9. You know what it's like, Stacy? It's like we're on the golf course.
Oh, my God.
And, it's a reachable par 5 and 2, right? 2 shots like, man, I can't get there if I just hit this one pure and perfect, and I'm a 10 handicap. That don't happen all the time. I slice it or I duff it or whatnot.
Yeah.
Instead of forcing myself to go for 2, I just hit about a 180-yard shot, lay that thing up. I'm still on in regulation, and I'm putting for a birdie. So that's what you do right there. You got to play the golf course, right? That's what K9
We're gonna
did.
go to third down.
He played the golf course.
How has this offense improved?
Offensive line play was good yesterday. Sam was only sacked 1 time, but I'm more impressed with the lineman's ability to get to the second level. Always keep it in perspective. This was against the Titans, but you still need to see these things because sometimes as athletes, you trick yourself into believing you're something that you're not or you're better than, and then you actually start to play better. And I think this is what this offensive line needed. Bradford had a solid game. Olu had a solid game. Gray Zabel, we were worried about him. No concerns at all. He leads the game upright and healthy and all that good stuff. The tackles had a solid game. I just like that they were getting bodies on the right bodies. Are you going to lose some battles? Yes, you are. But if you get there with the proper technique, you're going to have a better chance of having success. That's what I needed to see, especially from the interior guys, and that's what we saw. So this O-line had themselves a good day.
Sometimes when we'll have shows on a Monday after a game, do you ever, by the time you get into the last hour of the show, see something differently or maybe feel glad about something that you didn't recognize before? I'm doing that with Zabel. I mentioned this the first time we did this, but I thought that his season was done. I thought he tore his ACL when he was injured. I was like, his something LCL, I don't know what's happening here, but I thought he'd be done. And not until heading into kind of the final hour of today's show am I like, I need to add that to a plus column. A win coming out of this game that Gray Zabel started, didn't get hurt, and you have him. I did not give enough credit to that.
The Texans are lighting the team up for the Titans, playing the Titans and not just smashing them.
Oh, okay.
Let me paint a picture for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
There are 1.5 to 2 million high school football players, right? You shrink it down to about 100,000 D1 football players. You shrink that down to about 1,300 to 1,500 professional football players. The team might be bad, but there are some good players on that team. And we saw the Giants almost beat the Lions. The NFL is not a guaranteed thing, man. This isn't Alabama taking on Eastern Illinois in week 8 or 10 of their season. I know it wasn't a blowout and wasn't pretty, but you take wins.
Let's go ahead and skip the last one. Shout out to...
You know why? Because we got a first down on third. We don't need the fourth down.
Exactly, because we converted. We didn't even need it. But Patrick O'Connell was your answer, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Patrick O'Connell for a great day. Let's see what's on tonight.
What's on tonight with Bump and Stacy, brought to you by Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot. Now, here's what's on tonight.
Monday Night Football. The Panthers taking on the 49ers. Kickoff at 5:15 p.m. 49ers are a touchdown favorite, but Bryce Young coming off the best game of his career. Almost 500 yards against the Falcons last week. Coming up next, the latest from head coach Mike Macdonald.
The Mike Macdonald Show, the morning after every Seahawks game at 9:30 with Brock and Salk.
What impressed you yesterday? What impressed you with your team? We had a really good feeling going into the game that it was going to be an eat game, really in all three phases. So when we talk about eat, it's really how you finish plays. You know, a lot of those hidden yardages that we needed to go in our favor. And defensively, we did that a good bit to get them to second and long. Offensively, I thought we finished runs going forward, which is a positive. There's a couple we got to get cleaned up.
Get the podcast on the Seattle Sports app.
Start having fun. Caesars Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit MuckleshootCasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com. This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Guys, want long-term health you can count on? It starts with knowing your numbers. Right now, Revive Men's Health Washington is offering a comprehensive wellness panel, a $400 value for just $99. It checks your testosterone, blood sugar, cholesterol, kidney, liver, thyroid, and heart health. Take control of your health today and stay strong for the long haul. Offer ends November 30th. Call 206-529-1111. That's 206-529-1111. Or visit ReviveMen'sHealth.com today. Must medically qualify. Terms apply. Contact us for full offer details.
Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids will grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, well, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. And for the next 5 years, all your devices will be working in perfect harmony. And you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, and no strings. So even though kids will grow up and you still won't understand 6, 7, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Around here, rain isn't a surprise. While others run for cover, Seahawks fans step into the storm, game day ready. And the Pro Shop is how.
Ball picked up. Witherspoon comes near side. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown! Seahawks!
Every game, any weather. We got that. Shop official Seahawks gear in store at Lumen Field and the Landing in Renton. Or online at Seahawks.com/Pro Shop.
The home of the Seahawks, Seattle Sports.
Touchdown! Seahawks! Ken Walker III!
Get everything Seahawks at SeattleSports.com.
At
Bible Law Group, we understand what it means to be local legal representation. From shopping at the Bon Marché, picking up gear at Chubby and Tubby, crying for Joey Cora, now for Cal, grabbing a burger while JP Patches clowns by. We live here and fight for you. That's why Bible Law gives local representation to those facing legal problems too big for prayers, even if you can't pronounce Squim or Puyallup. Our legal team has secured more than $40 million in settlements for our clients. We're ready to fight for you. Find us online at BibleLawGroup.com.
Hey, it's Dr. Coogan with Eastside Weight Loss Clinic, and I have great news. We're having our biggest sale of the year, over $300 off our normal pricing through December 19th. We know it's hard to stay on track during the holidays, and we want to help. This could be the year you actually lose weight over the holidays and set yourself up for success in January. The best part, you can lose weight and still enjoy those special holiday dinners. No shots, no exercise, no fake food, just a plan that teaches you how to reset your metabolism and keep the weight off for good. Free consultation at eastsideweightlossclinic.com.
Yeah, Mike Salk here, and I've worked with Eastside Weight Loss Clinic for years, and this is the biggest sale I've ever seen from them. $300 off? I did the program myself, losing 35 pounds in just 8 weeks. Take advantage of this awesome sale before the holidays.
Join the 4,000 clients who we've helped lose 20 to 30 pounds in 60 days and take advantage of our lowest pricing of the year. Even if you want to start in January, lock in these prices now. Our remote programs allow you to lose weight from anywhere. Schedule your free consultation at eastsideweightlossclinic.com.
Dr. Ryan Coogan, D.C., results may vary.
The Puyallup Tribe of Indians and Salish Cancer Center are excited to announce the third annual Giving Hope Gala. You can help support the Giving Hope Gala December 13th at the Emerald Queen Casino Event Center and raise money for the Patient Financial Assistance Fund. The Salish Cancer Center helps anyone battling cancer, and attending this incredible event supports that cause. For tickets, sponsorship, and additional information on the Giving Hope Gala, visit puyalluptribe-nsn.gov. That's puyalluptribe-nsn.gov.
This hour is brought to you by Mazda of Everett.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio, you're listening to Bump and Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
Coming up in 15 minutes, it's What I Need to Know. Get your questions in, 866-979-3776. I've got the latest from Mike Macdonald, and then I've got some JSN cuts that we didn't get to that I thought were interesting. I'm going to start with Mike Macdonald because technically that's what we're doing here. And if we have time, I want to get to those JSN ones. So first, on what he would say is the fun part of this team's personality.
And it's funny when we were like describing what we want our team to be, like fun, like they kept asking me like, well, what about fun? You know, like what does fun mean? And I'm like, nah, it's not fun. You know, there's like, we're not having fun. We're working it. But it's like, you think about it, you're like, well, having fun is like doing the process with the guys, you know, with your boys, you know, like, and then it's like doing high powered stuff and realizing like how it all plays off one another and understanding like the power of that. And to me, that's fun. You know, it's not just like fun and games. It's just like, it's doing some great stuff with the guys that, you know, have a lot of respect for and you love, and you're trying to do something really special together. Like that, to me, that's fun. But our guys have been like the spirit we're trying to create of like loose and focused, I think is definitely on its way. I mean, the guys are shadow boxing all the time. I mean, they're having a great time. And then you know, laughing and competing and doing all, you know, just enjoying each other's company. But then when it's time to, you know, do what we need to do to, you know, get our work done.
I like that question a lot. The question from Brock and Salk being, would you say fun is part of the team's personality or identity? Because we're always trying to find those things outside of the box score to tell us whether a team's there. And sometimes a feeling is the best way to see it. And, you know, when you think about guys having fun, you're like, oh, that's when you know someone's great. They're just having fun. They're just out there playing ball. But I liked his version of like, well, fun looks different for different people. I think we're having fun. It may not look like that, though.
Fun in football is, well, for me at least, it was watching our team prepare in a way that you felt it was inevitable you were going to perform at a high level. Like, that is a good feeling. That is fun, to where I'm at the line of scrimmage, QB's making checks, I get it, my boy gets it, cool. We're having conversations about, you know, the game plan or whatnot. Everyone's on the same page. And what that does is it builds more trust, and then it gets you closer off the field too, because, you know, I can trust that guy on the field. I can trust him off the field. And then there's the locker room fun. Some of the most fun I ever had in my life was in the locker room, just BSing. You know, a team likes each other when practice is over and everyone's still hanging out, or practice will start for an hour and everyone's in there hanging out. And for what I know of this football team, that's what happens with them. So, yes, it has to be fun. This is a job. You get paid well to do a job. But the teams that have the most fun out there are the ones who are prepared, because you're allowed to have fun, right? Tennessee 1-9, ain't too much fun going on over
one's
there.
having fun.
It is a job. You show up, you clock in, you clock out.
Do you listen for that? Like on the huddle? Huddle's Wednesday this week, by the way, but on the huddle, which is typically on Thursday, do you like ask guys intentionally? So what do you do in your off time? Do you guys hang out to see like, we all hang out together?
They always say that.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we've spoken to tight ends, wideouts, DBs, everyone with the quarterbacks. The quarterbacks, they're hard to get to, them quarterbacks. But
on the diva list.
On the diva list.
All quarterbacks.
No huddle, quarterback. Yeah, but they all say that. We all hang out with each other, every group.
Here's more from Mike Macdonald talking about when the emotion card comes into play.
If you play the emotion card, like to me, it's like how many times can you play that card? It kind of goes against our, what we're trying. Every time we go out on the field, we're trying to uphold a certain standard type of philosophy rather than like, okay, like with this game, we're going to be emotional. With this game, we're not, or this is a practice where we can take it easy. Or this is just a walkthrough. Like it lends itself to some of that thinking, which you're trying to eliminate.
I wanted to ask you, who not only has played in many games, but has prepped for many games as a coach and a coordinator. I think as a fan and as a reporter, you're looking for the story. I know as a reporter, I'm looking for the story, right? So going into this one, you got a, palate cleanser after the Rams. Prove that you're the top dog. That's the story I know going into it. But players can't enter it that way.
No.
And you can't enter it always feeling like, I have to make this point. Like, you have to take the emotion and probably just think of it differently.
Yeah, it's you have to play football with enthusiasm. Emotion and enthusiasm, they're the same thing, but they're different at the same time. Emotion can determine your play negatively if you're too emotional out there. If you make a bad play or don't make a play and you get down on yourself. Enthusiasm is different. Enthusiasm is your buddy makes a play, you're hyped for him. You make a play, you're hyped for him. You don't make a play, but you're still like, it was close, man. Let me get back in there and do my thing, right? Enthusiasm, I think, is the best way to play the game. Emotions can jack you up. I've seen guys who just can't handle some type of failure. Now they're done for the rest of the game. Mentally, they are checked out. Mm-hmm. They are done. But enthusiasm, you need that, and I see that with this ball club. I was gonna make this one of my 4 downs. Kobe on the sidelines. If you'd ever watched Kobe Bryant on the sidelines, his helmet is off, and he's engaged when the offense is out there. A lot of the times, and this is out of necessity sometimes, you have to do this, but a lot of the times when the offense is out there, the defense is sitting down, they're recovering, you know what I'm saying? Maybe they're looking on the Jumbotron. I'm sure Kobe does that as well. But this game, I was watching him, and there's a big play by JS, and he's on the sideline. He's like right there, getting hyped for him. Every time someone makes a play, Kobe Bryant is locked in with them. And that shows, one, they're having fun because he likes his boys, and two, that enthusiasm for the game. Kobe's special when it comes to that.
We're going to be doing a lot of eating on Thursday for Thanksgiving and talking about what it means to eat in a game. Came up here. First, Mike Macdonald.
We had a really good feeling going into the game that it was going to be an eat game, really in all 3 phases. So when we talk about eat, it's really how you finish plays. A lot of those hidden yardages that we needed to go in our favor. And defensively, we did that a good bit to get them to second and long. Offensively, I thought we finished runs going forward, which is a positive. There's a couple we got to get cleaned up. And special teams, I thought we played a great game up in exception for the punt return. You can't live like that. You can't live with, living in the exception world. But so overall, I thought it was positive. But you're also leaving it saying, hey, look, we got to play better in some of these other areas.
Asked to define what eat means.
I mean, it all started with, effort, ankles, and tackling, and then we moved it to offense, and then we actually, CP is really the guy, Chris Parcher's really the guy who came up with it, and we actually came up this week, we're like, hey, what does the A stand for? And CP's like, I don't even remember. It's just a way, it's just a way of life, it's just how we operate. So it's really just our kind of, our just rallying cry of how we want to finish plays as a team, and having respect for the game that like the hidden yard stuff matters. How you finish plays on the sideline, how you finish tackles, how you finish on the right angles of blocks and where the ball is, and how you split double teams, all those things, that adds up. There's a huge difference in our league between 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. It's a huge difference. So, we understand that those things add up over the course of a game.
What do you think of that?
I like it. I think the best part about that is angles, because that is what football is. It's angles. I have probably some of the more interesting conversations about angles in football with Lofa, because he's a linebacker, undersized, wasn't the fastest. But we go back and forth and we talk about angles. Mm-hmm. And the reason why angles are so important is because at the linebacker position, you're taking the proper angle to the ball carrier. You're not going to where he is. You're going to where he's going to be. As a receiver, I'm taking angles that manipulate your position. You're going to move based off of my angle. As a quarterback, it's the angles and throwing the football, anticipating where the ball is going to be. As a lineman, it's taking the right angle in pass pro. It's taking the right angles when I'm getting up to that second level. There are so many angles in football, and the way people close the angle and get rid of that space in between, it's great. That's my favorite one, and I think I would encourage people to look at the game and try to find the angles too. Because in run, that's why they like the outside zone so much, because of the angles, right? You take that outside zone left, that hard step to the left, and I'm angling towards the back, towards this outside shoulder. It flows, everything flows, and I'm allowed to get on that shoulder, and it creates gaps for our running back. There's a lot of math in football, but it's not like numbers math. It's more like, I don't know, football math, angles.
Football math
Geometry.
is numbers math.
Geometry.
When you think about it.
It's like geometry.
I liked also, it is related to angles in that it's also about tackling and chasing. But like I liked the idea of a 2nd and 6 and a 2nd and 7 are different. And, you may feel fine with both if your offense is on the field going, no, you should be able to convert this. But I was imagining a player like chasing down and knocking a guy out of bounds and putting in every ounce of effort to do it a yard sooner than an opponent thinks he'll be able to get. I liked that idea. It reminded me of the chasing edges saying that Mike Macdonald always has, but also that idea of constantly preaching effort at all times. Like, what if that ends up being now, that's one free yard you have that you didn't before?
Yep.
Because you ran just a step faster. And I like that. I like how holistic and also far-reaching his coaching feels. Like, it feels like he unearths, like, turns over every single stone to do with everything. Yeah. And maybe that's normal for coaches. You have conversations with coaches that I don't.
Ones.
I would imagine that that's the kind of approach you guys take with, like, constantly.
You prepare for stuff that's probably not even going to happen.
Yeah. It's cool to hear from an outsider. From the outside looking in, it was very cool to hear. The latest from Mike Macdonald up on the Mike Macdonald Show. He was on with Brock and Salk this morning. He's also speaking with reporters later today at 3 p.m. Get your questions in for What I Need to Know, 866-979-3776. That's next.
The Seahawks got it done on the road.
Gonna let it fly. Got a man, JSN. Makes the catch.
Bouncing back.
For a touchdown, Seahawks.
We always just put the mission over anything else, no matter what it is, man. We try to get that W.
Jackson Smith and Jigba, holy catfish.
Happy for JSN. He's doing an incredible job. Brings it every day.
But every opportunity he has to make a play, he's doing that. It's just hard to guard him, bro. Like, he's just so efficient at what he doing.
Seattle Sports on 710 and the Seattle Sports app. The home of the Seahawks.
If you've been waiting to try learning a new language with Babbel, now is the time. Black Friday has come early this year. Babbel's biggest sale is happening now. Unlock all of the languages on Babbel with a lifetime subscription at our best price of the year, which means a small investment for all your big adventures. Babbel's bite-sized lessons fit easily into your daily routine and are easy to remember. Plus, Babbel teaches you relevant words and phrases so you can start speaking with confidence in as little as 3 weeks. And with a lifetime access to all of Babbel's languages, lessons, podcasts, and cultural insights, just imagine what you can do, or rather, where you could go. So if you've been putting off booking that pastry pilgrimage to France for fear of mispronouncing croissant, take advantage of Babbel's biggest sale of the season. Where will Babbel take you? Find out at Babbel.com. But hurry, this offer ends November 30th. Get Babbel's lifetime access for less for a limited time at Babbel.com. That's Babbel.com.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
I had pain. I had numbness in my feet.
That pain and that numbness just got worse and worse and worse as time went on.
This is Greg describing life with neuropathy.
I went to 5 podiatrists, tried different treatments, tried different orthotics, tried different shoes, had cortisone shots in the tops and the bottoms of my feet. Saw a neurologist. All my medical doctors said, can't help you. Live with the pain. You're not going to be able to sleep. This is your life. And then I just gave up until I found Sound Pain Solutions.
I'm Dr. Mark Shelley, a chiropractic physician and board-certified functional neurologist at Sound Pain Solutions. Our neuropathy treatments can rehabilitate damaged nerves. We use FDA-cleared, non-surgical, drug and pain-free procedures that help neuropathy sufferers like Greg find relief.
I feel better. I mean, just feeling better is huge.
If you experience numbness, shooting or burning pains, or loss of balance, call us. Sound Pain Solutions, 855-996-0025 or click soundpainsolutions.com.
A 15-year-old girl who chewed through a rope to escape a serial killer.
I used my front teeth to saw on the rope in my mouth.
The killer prowled the Pacific Northwest in the early 70s. He's been convicted of murdering 2 young women, but suspected of many more.
Maybe there's another one in that area.
Follow and binge all episodes of Stolen Voices of Dole Valley, available now wherever you listen.
The Bump and Stacy Show is powered in part each day by the caring and compassionate team at Pendergast Law Personal Injury Lawyers. Go to pendergastlaw.com. Start having fun. Caesar Sportsbook at Muckleshoot Casino Resort is your #1 place to eat, drink, watch, and have fun. Keep up with your favorite sports anywhere and everywhere on property with the mobile app. Visit muckleshootcasino.com today. Scan the QR code and let the play begin.
Muckleshoot. With football season comes colder weather, so if you need new windows and doors, don't drop the ball. Steve Rabel here with Keith Dashafee from locally owned Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. So Keith, what's your next big play?
Well, Steve, right now get 40% off qualifying installs or no payments and no interest for 12 months on approved credit.
Schedule a free consultation with Pella Windows and Doors of Western Washington. Go to PellaPNW.com. That's PellaPNW.com.
Hi, I'm John Ray, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. When you buy an engagement ring or fine jewelry gift from Shane Company, you get more than what you paid for. Our jewelry comes with our all-inclusive free lifetime warranty. It covers everything. There's no fine print. You'll get unlimited cleanings, resizings, and repairs. Plus, it even protects your engagement ring's center stone. We stand behind the quality of our jewelry, and that's our gift to you this holiday. Peace of mind. Because a friend knows the best things in life are free. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Join the stations of Bonneville, Seattle, and Treehouse for the 37th year of Holiday Magic, helping provide holiday gifts and year-long support for the more than 6,000 youth and young adults in foster care statewide. Over the 37 years of Holiday Magic, we've delivered 182,000 gifts across our state. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476 to learn more. Text MAGIC to 888-973-5476.
From the Quantum Fiber Studio.
This is Bumpin' Stacy.
Weekdays 10 to 2.
On Seattle Sports and 97.3 FM HD2.
It's what I need to know. Get your questions, any question in 866-979-3776. When all's said and done this year, who will have had the bigger breakout in 2025, JSN or Cal?
Breakout. Well, Cal was a Platinum Glove winner, you know? I think he had a special season. A season we haven't seen before from a catcher, but everyone knew that Cal was one of the best catchers in the game before that, defensively at least. And he'd already hit like 30-something bombs. Breakout, this is Jason's first opportunity to be a #1 guy. So I think Cal had the more significant season.
Yeah.
But if you attach breakout to it, then it has to be Jason.
I might be taking the opposite angle on this one, speaking of angles. I don't think everyone was aware of Cal. It's not, they should have been. He had been leading all catchers in home runs for, I think, 3 seasons preceding this one. Certainly 2, but maybe 3 seasons. Had hit like 30 plus in back-to-back years. But I think that there were people that very much were like, where'd this guy come from? Big dumper, never heard of that before in my life.
You don't think they're saying that about JSN?
JSN was a first-round pick out of Ohio State.
They weren't talking about JSN like this.
But people knew JSN.
People
Not
knew
like
Cal
this.
too.
Not like this. Even now,
it's the same.
I'll say this.
It's
even
the
now,
same.
it's the same. It's a tie.
It's the same.
What I need to know. I'm skipping over the fish one. Is Arroyo's blocking better than you expected? That's a you question.
Yeah. I mean, my expectations were extremely low, though. So it wouldn't be hard for me to be like, oh, he's better than I thought. Because I thought he was one of those Kyle Pitts. You know, I'm a tight end, but I really just want to play outside.
Yeah. Matt, I noticed that you underlined and bolded the fish question.
Oh, I thought you just missed it.
No.
I wanted to make sure you saw it.
206 wants to know, did you have a separate funeral for each fish you killed? No. That's simply too much time.
You just tossed it in, threw the dirt over. That thing has been eaten by worms and stuff real quickly.
No, I didn't have
It was like fertilizer.
I didn't have a funeral for the fish. I just laid them to rest and acknowledged their contributions to society, and I moved on. It's not like I was a monster, like purposely killing fish or like this crazy. Someone said I was like that girl from Finding Nemo. I never had headgear, first of all.
I feel like most people who are not monsters do not have to say, I'm not a monster.
But I'm not a monster.
That's interesting.
I'm not.
I don't think you are, but...
Thank you.
It's interesting.
Okay. How many games have we had our full starting defense playing?
What?
It says 253, another what I need to know. How many games have we actually had like our full defense?
None. Not one.
Like a snap? Oh, no, not even week one because, God, you were without someone in week one, but I can't remember.
Somebody, I don't know, Imawari got jacked up four plays in.
A related question, someone said, when's Jaron Reed and Julian Love back from IR? I'm just going to answer quickly. Julian Love is eligible to return this week. Mike Macdonald spoke about it last week and said that they're going to be patient with it. I'm paraphrasing, but that they're going to be patient. They're going to be careful. But technically, he is eligible to return this week ahead of this game against Minnesota. Jaron Reed is eligible to return the following week, Atlanta. So,
okay.
Right? I think he's 1 week behind him. But it's a minimum of 4 weeks, so just do the 4 games 4 weeks after. What I need to know. What does Darnold need to do in order to get more people involved in the pass game besides just JSN? Should it be a concern for the Seahawks?
No. Here's the thing, too, man, is that his reads are taking him there. Like both of his throws, the big throw, right, the 63-yarder and the 53 or 56-yarder or something like that, his reads are taking him there. It's the way that Kubiak's offense influences the defense. It's like, look, I'm here to there to there. By the time you get to JSN, he's your only option, and he's butt naked on a Sunday afternoon.
What I need to know. I have more Seahawks ones, but I'm breaking it up. How do you attack Thanksgiving? This person says, do you go all out on the first plate, pace yourself? What's the best Thanksgiving approach?
Oh, all out first plate.
All out second plate.
I gotta have 2 hands on it. It thing is heavy.
Yeah.
And you go all out. What you mean pace yourself? Especially when you're eating with fam.
That's
Some
ridiculous.
people get greedy. Somebody's gonna grab too much mac and cheese, and next time you go around, ain't gonna be none there.
Yep.
Go all out.
You go all out. You take some of every single thing and big portions of the things that you really like.
Yep.
That's the rule.
All out.
I don't make them up, but that's obviously what you do. You can't. Philosophically, I've never understood this. Like my sister was always someone with Lunchables that would like really go like just light on the first pizza, so then your last pizza's great.
No,
absolutely not.
Ham sandwich.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
What I need to know, what is AJ Barner's strongest trait? Run blocking, pass blocking, or receiving?
Receiving. Got hands. Yeah. And he showed a little wiggle. That 13-yard gain he had to put his foot in the ground. Hey, show a wiggle.
What I need to know. At this stage in the NFL season, is a defensive coordinator or an offensive coordinator still keeping parts of the playbook in their back pocket, like saving stuff for later games?
Yeah, because you go in with all these plays, and sometimes you don't get to plays, or you don't need to get to plays, so you just hold on to it. Yeah, for sure.
What I need to know. Wait, what? What I need to know in second. Is this a joke? The Matt one?
I don't know. I thought it was weird.
What I need to know. In second grade, I asked my teacher what his name is, and he pointed down at the welcome, Matt. I looked up and said, your name is Rug. Am I stupid?
Yeah, was it a mat or was it a rug?
A mat.
Yeah, I wouldn't call you stupid, but maybe you just didn't identify.
I just think I wouldn't call you stupid. I would say your mind works in unconventional ways.
Yeah, you see the world differently, which could be a gift.
Yeah, that can be a blessing to all of us in a way. You always need those people.
Dang!
I'm just saying you need. Why is
the
that
way
bad?
you said it?
Why is that?
I always need those people.
Sometimes I'm those people. I've certainly said things. Remember when I asked Curtis? I didn't know he was Hispanic when he said he was Portuguese.
Yes.
Matt is already so disappointed with me. This isn't making it worse. Someone said, I actually got a couple questions. Why aren't we throwing deep to Shaheed?
They're trying to. It's not that simple. People just sing, throw him deep. He's got to be open.
Yeah.
He has to go through his reads. Look, Shaheed is the reason why JSN had that 56-yarder. He ran this deep dig, brought the safety down. JSN is a priority, and that's fine. Mm-hmm. Okay? It is okay. He's the priority.
He's cooking.
He's number one receiver. We'll get Shaheed going, but 160 plus, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh no, they said it's a true story about the Matt Rugg thing. They said, I'm still haunted. It's a funny story. I would laugh if you pointed down. First of all, that's a weird thing to do. What's your name? And then you pointed a Matt. I think a Matt, the term Matt, I think is a little advanced for a very young kid to understand.
He said second grade?
Second grade?
Was it carpet? I mean, if it was a mat.
I wouldn't understand.
Was it 5x10?
I wouldn't. That's
doing?
A little too, as a joke. My name's Matt, like this welcome Matt. That's too abstract for a child to understand.
Right,
not for me when I was a child, but for the average
child. Get in that back pedal.
Wyman and Bob coming up next.
The Mike Macdonald Show, the morning after every Seahawks game at 9:30 with Brock and Salk.
What impressed you yesterday? What impressed you with your team? We had a really good feeling going into the game that it was going to be an eat game, really in all 3 phases. So when we talk about eat, it's really how you finish plays. You know, a lot of those hidden yardages that we needed to go in our favor. And defensively, we did that a good bit to get them to second and long. Offensively, I thought we finished runs going forward, which is a positive. There's a couple we got to get cleaned up.
Get the podcast on the Seattle Sports app.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets the Duralast battery.
Have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com. Or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
It's comedian Tom Segura at Emerald Queen Casino Event Center with an encore performance Saturday night, November 29th.
I want to be that type of old. It's an old where you get yelled at for saying you want to be helpful. Like when an old person's like, I'll take out the trash. Someone's like, are you out of your mind? Your spinal snapped. Sit down.
Tickets at emeraldqueen.com. Tom Segura's Come Together Tour, November 29th at Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. 21 and older. Need gambling help? Call 800-547-6133 or visit emeraldqueen.com.
It's hard to believe the holidays are almost here. And do you or someone on your wish list want the gift of fitness? Well, Brock Hewitt here, and the Top Fitness Black Friday sales event is on right now. I've told you all for years, there is nothing better than a home gym, and to give it as a gift and to friends, even better. And right now, you could save up to $1,000 on Inspire gyms, Inspire treadmills, and True treadmills, plus get free delivery and assembly on Precor treadmills, ellipticals, and exercise bikes. You can also save, how about this, up to 50% on last year's display models, with Olympic weight bars starting at $50 and home gym attachments and accessories, well, they're up to 50% off starting at just $10. So it's no secret why everyone from personal trainers to pro athletes love Top Fitness. You can visit them in Tukwila, Linwood, or Bellevue, or simply go to topfitness.com. Take care of your family, take care of your friends, take care of yourself with the Top Fitness Black Friday sales event on right now. Top Fitness, your best place for home fitness equipment.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Stacy Rost here from Seattle Sports. Ladies and gentlemen, this is for you too. Stubborn fat is really hard to get rid of. And then there's all those gimmicky lasers, fat freezing methods, prescriptions. But imagine a simple solution that takes just one day and provides immediate, noticeable results. Introducing ProSculpt. ProSculpt uses air-assisted technology that's safe and gentle, yet powerful, delivering instant fat-reducing and skin-tightening results. Performed by board-certified plastic surgeons while fully awake, ProSculpt contours your body with minimal downtime. It's designed to target problem areas: waistline, face, neck, arms, thighs. ProSculpt gently removes unwanted fat and tightens loose skin with FDA-cleared plasma technology, all in a simple, guaranteed one-day procedure. ProSculpt is one and done. For your free consultation and $250 off, visit ProSculpt.com for powerful permanent fat removal and skin tightening that works for ladies and you men. It's ProSculpt.com.
Choosing a company to replace your windows and doors can be like throwing a dart blindfolded. With so many options, how do you hit the bullseye? Adrian here, owner of Lake Washington Windows and Doors. We know it's a challenge, but our team is committed to guiding you with patience, knowledge, and professionalism. And that commitment is why you voted us Best in the Northwest for 2025. So thank you. To celebrate, we're offering an incredible 5-year, zero-interest financing